same payment amount between the same two cards every hour on the hour.
Oh, she's doing it hourly.
Which
She
is
was
stupid
doing
as
it.
hell. You're supposed to do it monthly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, sorry, she wasn't doing it. Like she was, I think it was she was doing it daily. She said, but it's like that's still you don't.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter daily.
No.
Well, what it matters for your credit score is monthly. Doing it daily is just clear, blatant fraud. And
Doing
not
it
only is it
daily just
clear,
increases your
blatant
chances
fraud.
of getting caught.
That
Well,
was
no,
the other
not only
problem with
that.
it. That was the
Not
other
only
problem.
that, you have to pay taxes on all of that.
Yes.
Because each time you pay the business has to pay a sales tax.
Yep.
Well, that depends. If you're doing a business-to-business transaction to another business that is going to theoretically be selling things on to customers, then no.
Right. Yeah. Yes. Yes. But you are doing it for your personal credit score, which means at least one of the transactions has to be you.
No, well, at least the TikTok person said they were doing it for their business's credit score.
No, was he? Oh, I thought it was
Yeah,
just.
she was explicitly doing it for her business's score. I think
Yeah,
like I think
businesses
you
are
can
still
even
monthly. Like
the
that's
other
still
problem
monthly.
It's net
well
parody.
the other problem is she continued on with you could probably do this with your personal credit score too. It's like
Oh my God, woman!
Please, yes, 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 you
Please
can.
do.
Please do.
Go ahead.
Spin the
There
wheel.
it goes.
let's see, Ruby again.
Yes! No, Naruto. But we were really close to Ruby. I want everyone to know we were like a smidge away from Ruby. Again.
Ruby
Listen,
last
I would
time,
say
too.
this is bullshit,
Yeah.
except I would have said it was bullshit, except here's the thing. I've watched when a streamer Bear Taffy, when he was he does a roguelite roulette, which is actually pretty fun. But I watched that man when he started the series. He got Enter the Gungeon like 50 times in a row. Okay, it's an exaggeration, but I think
No, I
it was
gotcha.
like 10 or 12 times in a row. Not every time he spun, but at the start of every stream. Like, it got to the point where he was like, why am I even spinning this wheel? I know it's going to be Gungeon.
You know, that's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
That's just that moment like, why do I even bother?
So, I had a story today of events, of poor choices.
You've reactivated my rage. Thank you, Sneak. My rage was simmering just below the surface.
Of C-suite.
No, no.
Yeah, we're starting good.
So I will now tell you the tale of a beleaguered man and his fervor for not losing his job by over-promising and delegating all of his promises onto the MSP.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So, he is the in-house IT for this company. And
That's never a good start.
he was the only in-house IT for the company. And the company, on his recommendation, decided to pick up a third-party remote IT support because he was like, look, I can only be in one place at one time. We have multiple locations. You don't want to hire more people, so we have to pay someone to do something.
Fair.
Fair. Now, as I'm sure everyone who has ever done in-house IT is very familiar, companies that have had their infrastructure run by in-house IT Their infrastructure looks a lot like the Weasley's house from Harry Potter.
Yes.
And when you inherit said infrastructure, and you look at said infrastructure, the first words out of your mouth are always, what in the ever-living fuck am I looking at?
Yep, can confirm.
Which were, true to fashion, the exact words out of our mouth when we were given this client. So, they spent a absurd amount of money, probably the salary at a minimum of maybe, I would say, 80K on projects to get their infrastructure to not be the Weasley's house.
Now, to be clear, that's something that should have been done anyway.
Yes, it should have been done anyway, but when you have in-house IT, it's really easy to ignore them. But when you hire third-party IT, and the third-party IT is like, look, we're not even going to support you unless you actually make it possible by unfucking your shit.
Mm-hmm.
Unfuck your shit, motherfucker.
So, we unfuck their shit. But every step of unfucking the shit comes with a price tag and comes with the in-house guy over-promising what we're going to do to the C-suite and then trying to negotiate, deal with, lie, cajole us into delivering what he overpromised for the price that he said we would do it at.
Nope. No. We don't. I don't play them games.
Ironically, this worked.
What?
And he would have kept his job if it wasn't for C-suite themselves being incompetent fuckwits.
Did they get rid of him because they saw you were so efficient?
No. They got rid of him because they were starting to get tired of him constantly over-promising projects, bothering us to do it, and then when we jack up the price of the project to meet the new expectations and send the bill to C-Suite, C-Suite's like, well, why does this cost more now? And he's like, oh, I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
He thought she'd do it without raising the price.
Yeah.
And that's what he told them.
Surely they'll do me a solid.
Shocked Pikachu when they get the bill. What the fuck is this?
See, but that's why you always under-promise than over-present or whatever it is.
See, the other problem is that, now I will say maybe he went...
What you actually do is you promise the standard with an extra 2 hours tacked on.
Yeah. Now, the problem is that he basically created his own downfall, because in his efforts of trying to make his job irreplaceable by making the systems so convoluted and unmanageable that they couldn't replace him, he effectively turned the systems into a reason why they're firing him. Because basically, if anything needed to be fixed in this system, he had to go drive to that location physically and fix it.
Because of how complicated it is.
Yeah, well, the problem is that some of these locations were 5 hours away from him.
Yikes.
So if he ever had to go fix something, they either had to pay him overtime to drive that distance, or they had to wait for him to start driving when work hours start, and then wait for him into half the day for him to show up finally to start even fixing it.
Which means they're down for that long, they're losing production, they're pissed.
Yeah, so he did in fact make himself irreplaceable, but he also caused himself to be replaced in the process. Truly an ironic fate.
I see.
If you can't replace him without getting rid of the code, they'll just replace the code and him.
Yes, that is actually
Yep.
what happened. So, which leads to the C-suite proceeding to turn this train on fire into a train on fire heading off of the rails.
Oh no.
In true C-suite fashion. So, C-suite, in their infinite wisdom, decided to ignore all contact from him when he was requesting things of them. And one of these important things he was requesting from them is a list of people for the entire organization and their permission levels for file access.
Oh God.
Why did he need that?
Because they were transferring from a local server system to using SharePoint. That's right, SharePoint. I didn't say Azure files. No, I said SharePoint. That's right, they're using SharePoint, the intra-office website service, not Azure Files, the intra-office SMB service, as their means of file sharing. So it's already off to a great start. And the reason why that is, to anyone curious, is because SharePoint comes with your copies of Microsoft Business standard licensing, and Azure Files costs extra.
Yes, which is also why my fucking work does that.
Yeah. So, we were moving all of the files over. And obviously, of course, because they did not choose to purchase Azure Files, none of the permissions carried over because the permissions don't sync to SharePoint, they sync to Azure Files.
And that's why he needed it. He'd have to set up each individually, manually.
Which is why he needed C-Suite to tell him who should have what permissions for what folders. And you know what C-Suite didn't do? Tell him that information. So, it came to the day where we were shutting down the servers and switching everyone over to the SharePoint. The final day. Business is opening in 1 hour. We have to make up permissions for all these employees now. And we still don't have the permission list. So he said, fuck it. Just set everyone to access all.
No, 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 oh God, no.
Oh,
no.
boy. That, something tells me that there was some office drama after he was very quickly fired for this.
Yeah, they fired him about, 2 days later.
5 minutes later?
Because, the idea for him on his end was, I surely will have this job for weeks to come, months to come. And so I'll just be able to, over time, edit the permissions for everyone manually as I figure them out.
No.
Okay.
And then C-Suite fired him.
Not the stupidest thing I've ever heard. When you've had your job for forever.
Yeah, well. He's the architect of his own unmaking.
I'm trying to figure out how he had the job for this long for not understanding something that is an integral factor in his job.
Never had to deal with it before.
Yeah, never had to deal with it. So the thing is, right, is that you can set permissions by group in AD easily.
You can also set them by individual.
User, yeah, sure, but I mean, it's just it's easier to do it in AD. When you're hiring a new guy, okay, they're a salesperson, they go in the sales group. You already have the sales permissions set up, and so it's just so much easier.
Sales can't see the security files, but security can't see the sales files.
Yeah, so the thing is, though, is that the reason why he was able to get away with it for so long is because the system he set up was arcane, And, I mean, you know, IT shit in general is already pretty arcane to, unfortunately, a vast portion of our population because they refuse to, you know, learn the tools they're using.
Fuck it, as it should be. They should not be reading the secret manuals.
I don't want them to read the manuals, dude. I just want them to understand, like, anything about a computer. Like, I literally had a guy today that I was helping because we had to reset his Outlook password, because he forgot it, and Outlook was like, "Hey, I need your password," and so we're like, "Well, we gotta reset it." And of course, this means it had to be updated on his phone. And I'm like, all right, now go to this website. And he Googles it. And he's like, oh, I'm getting this stuff. I'm like, okay, you Googled it, didn't you? He was like, yeah. It's like, don't Google it. I need you to go to this website. But I Googled it.
Incomprehension.
No, I need you to go to this website. But I keep
Google
putting
it.
it into Google and it's not showing up.
Oh, God. I hate it. Shut the fuck up. I hate it.
So yeah, he had to get someone younger than him to go do it for him. Because he just... And it's not just not knowing how things work, it's also not knowing what things are called. It's like it's like if someone got in their car, drove to the mechanic, and was like, "Mechanic, my jizz bang walk-do is going all gook."
Yep.
And the mechanic just looks at them like, what the fuck does that mean? They're like, come on, you gotta fix it, you're the mechanic. The jizz bang is not doing the walk-do. It's just like, you have to use actual fucking words that have actual fucking meanings for me to understand what you're telling me is the problem.
It doesn't go vroom when I press the goes faster. When I use the forwarder, she doesn't go forward, she goes backwards.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't expect them to be experts. I don't expect them to be adepts. I do
Basic
expect them
knowledge
to know what the fucking icon is. I do
Nope.
expect them to know what a username means.
Again, Sneaky, I need you to right-click on the desktop. Okay, I did it. It didn't do anything. I need you to right-click on the desktop. I'm writing-click on my desktop. What does that have to do with the computer? That was a real discussion.
Oh boy.
I have picked up a pen and written the word click on
Oh
top of my desk.
no!
What does this have to do with my computer? It's a real discussion I've had with...
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've been there. I've been there. I've had some discussions with some people where I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
You want me to what? And they're like, you have to fix it. When I scroll on the wiggle wheel, it doesn't do the thing. I'm like,
My flat clicker stopped clicking. I need a new one. Your what? My flat clicker.
The fuck is a
I remember I was like, oh my god, there was one fucking, they're like, my visuals are upside down. I'm like,
Oh?
your
Your
visuals are upside down? So
You're
I
making
pull up
what?
their computer and everything's fine. Like, there's no, like... Because, you know, the classic Windows arrow key to turn the screen upside down. You know,
I thought that's what they were complaining about. Is that not what they were complaining about?
their literal monitor was upside down and the stand was in the air. And I told them to flip the monitor, and they're like, what's a monitor? I'm like, the screen. I'm like, they're like, I can't flip my laptop. I'm like, no, the screen that's upside down, you need to flip that. And they're like, but the screen's not upside down. I'm like, yes, it is. No, the antenna's in the air.
I swear to fucking God.
Antenna?
That was my first guess. Was did they think the stand was an antenna?
They thought they had a wireless monitor, and they needed to put the antenna in the air for it to connect to the computer.
Oh my god.
Ooh. I hate it.
And I'm just sitting there like, how do any of those words you just said make sense?
I mean, they don't.
No, but like, it made sense to them, and that's what that's what I desperately try and understand, right? Is sometimes I can understand the angle that some people come at with things, even though I know it's wrong. I can understand how they reach that conclusion. Sometimes people just say things that I can only stare at them and go, how the fuck did you get there? Because that doesn't make any sense at all. Like, there is no degree of understanding I can frame this in that makes any sense at all. Like, why would you think the stand is a wireless antenna? There is no monitor in existence. You can look at every coworker in the entire office, and not a single person has their monitor set up like you do.
Well, they're doing it wrong, obviously, Sneaky. He knows better.
And
He's been
you're
around
the
16
only
years as
one
a-
with your monitor upside down, and you can't understand why. It's like, the building's on fire and no one's home.
Yep.
What the fuck is a flat clicker? Okay, I gotta look. What the fuck? Yeah. Yeah, I've had this pretty much exact conversation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, mousepad. Yeah.
You know, I think my manager would mysteriously
Yeah.
disappear the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah, no, I 100% have had conversations like that with people before.
My
Yeah.
favorite part is I still can't really track the logic because it doesn't click.
It's a flat object that you click on with the mouse. Because
Which can
they're
also
not...
describe a keyboard because the keyboard.
Honestly,
click.
I thought they were
That's what I
trying to
thought it
describe a
was.
laptop.
It could
Yeah.
describe a
I
laptop
thought
too.
Yeah, I thought it was a
a
laptop.
low-profile keyboard.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. It could be like 30 different
Oh,
things.
you know what?
Yeah.
Actually, I would more believe it was one of those, fucking, oh shit, those roll-out keyboards, you know, like the
Oh,
like
yeah,
those,
the silicon?
flat
yeah,
key-
the silicon
yeah.
keyboards, like, they're basically like literal fucking mouse pads that with keys on them.
Yeah, those things are great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Except
those things
for
are cool.
garbage. I mean,
Oh,
they're
they're
neat
absolute
things, but
dog
they're
shit.
pretty much
Yeah,
garbage.
100%. Yeah. But no,
Oh.
like I can see like that. I can sort of see the, yeah,
I could have accepted that,
yeah.
but it's the mouse pad.
I remember actually one of the times I went on site. I replaced this lady's computer, and as I'm carrying the old tower out, and she's logging in on the new computer, she's like, "What's the password?" I'm like, "What do you mean, what's the password?" She's like, "What's the password to the computer?" I was like, "It's your password." Click, 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 click. I tried your password, it didn't work. No, it's
Oh my
your
God.
password. What do you mean? It's your password to your account. But my account's on the other computer. It's not.
Yep.
Just use it.
They don't
Fine.
understand that though.
Click, 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 click. It didn't work.
Yep, there we go.
What do you mean it didn't work? I come over. Okay, what's your password? And she's like, oh, 69339. I'm like, no, your password. Yeah, 69339. No, your password, not your PIN. I need your password.
Yeah.
She's like, what do you mean my password? That is my password. I'm like, no,
I
that's
hate
your
that.
PIN.
The pin shit has the fact that they actually force you to do it now with Windows 10
So,
is kind of fucking
I had to
frustrating.
fucking call our own IT. I had to ring up the guys on remote and be like, yeah, can you reset blank's password? She doesn't know it.
I imagine the situation was then. What the
And
fuck do
I
you
wasn't being fucking subtle at all. I wasn't like, hey, can you like do this? And I just said it out loud as possible. Yeah, blank doesn't know her password, so she can't log in. Can you give me a new one?
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "How dare you?"
And she's just looking at me fucking furious. Her boss comes in. What's taking so long?
She doesn't know her password.
You were supposed to get this done an hour ago. It's been 2 hours now.
Oh God, I hate that.
And so do most people.
And so, finally, we get the password reset. We get her in. And I'm like, okay, so the password works. We're good. Okay, so your new password's this. Go ahead and log in. She puts her fucking PIN in again. I'm like, no, you gotta use this password. She's like, but I don't want to. I'm like, well, that's your password now, so you have to use it. That's what you have to do with these people.
Hold on. What
It's
the fuck
no
do you mean
compromise.
I don't want to.
Yeah, no
Don't give it an
compromise.
option.
No, we can change it later. It's this is your password
Nope.
now. Use it.
Use it.
They're like, okay.
Yup. Well, if
I
I've
feel
got
like
no
you still
choice.
haven't explained the. This is your password now, and they're like, "I don't want to." That's the part that makes me go.
Oh no, that's pretty common.
The fuck
Yeah,
do
But
that's
you-
it's
actually
hard
pretty
to
common.
Remember.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
hard to
wanna do
remember. It's
it.
like, oh my fucking god, it's one password. Fucking
it
remember.
down.
It's the most important password you will ever have in your life. Fucking remember it.
Nope. Using the brain is too hard.
Yeah, true.
True.
But anyway, so we finally get her in. And she's like, oh, where's all my files? I'm like,
I swear to fucking God.
Storing them locally, wasn't she?
what do you mean, where's all your files? She's like, oh, where's all my icons? All my icons are missing.
Well, it's not a remote desktop situation.
And I'm just
dumbass.
like, they get OneDrive for free. I want to be clear here. They get OneDrive for free. They are paying for a terabyte of OneDrive space.
They're gonna use it. That's too much work.
And they're still storing their files locally.
Yeah, of course.
Now to be fair, I would not store certain sensitive documents on OneDrive at all whatsoever. No.
So, but the problem here is that all of Office 365 reports back to Microsoft constantly. If you have a concern about storing any of those files on OneDrive, because what if
Yeah, you're
Microsoft
kinda
looks into it, then you can just not use any Office program, period.
Well, not even just Office. Microsoft, starting with Windows 10, has started taking a list of the
Snooper.
shit you've got on your
I know.
computer. They've been snooping and then
Yeah.
squirting that off back home, so that if you've got any pirated files on your computer,
Well, that's why you disable
they
that
can
shit.
delete it.
Yeah.
For a while,
Imagine
you
not
couldn't.
disabling files.
No,
So-
you always could. Hello, LeMay. But anyway,
have
so
a-
yeah,
I have a
long story
very
short, I had to re-hook up everything, take the files off of her old computer that no one told me needed to be taken off, put them on a USB, take the USB, put it on the new computer, move all the files onto the new computer, which, by the way, the reason why the old computer was getting removed is because it was running off of a 4,800 RPM hard drive.
Ooh.
Oh,
So,
my
Beg
God.
the
as you
fuck
might
your pardon?
imagine, it took a whole 45 fucking minutes to get those files off. As you might imagine, the boss wasn't happy about that. And I'm just like, well, no one fucking told me I needed to get the files off the computer. I was told, show the fuck up, plug the fucking shit in, and leave. But guess what? None of us are happy!
No, that's a case of you're a technician. That's supposed to be part of your job. You were supposed to just do it and get it done somehow.
Just fix the problem.
Without just fix it. Don't
magic
bring
it
any
into
problems.
existence.
I've never
Yes,
been so
exactly.
close to firebombing a location before.
Like, I've had the same
No,
problem
that's a
with
fucking
customers
lie, and you
before,
know it.
and I've had to actually just tell them, look, the only way this could go any faster is if I got in there and I physically shoveled the bits myself. It's not going any faster. This
Don't
is
say
how long
that,
it's gonna
they'll tell you,
take,
well, why didn't you
period.
Then
do
they'll
that?
tell you to
Why
do
did you
it,
go-
yeah.
I was
Why
gonna say
did
they'll
you
ask
can't-
why
you
didn't
can't-
you do that?
Yeah, you can't give them the out.
Yeah, right.
But
God.
I have a
Yeah.
very different story today.
Oh dear.
right.
Gentlemen.
So anyway, so sorry, Atin, but to untrack all the way back to the original, off track.
Yes.
That came to a head with months later. By the way, months later. The guy got fired months ago. So months later, some random dude who shouldn't have access to certain files was accessing a bunch of files that he shouldn't have access to.
Oh no.
Any such cases.
And the VP noticed it and was like, well, why do you have access to all these files? And then he was talking to some other people and realized that everyone has access to every file. And so we had to,
that went over.
Panic!
yeah,
Uh-oh.
and so then they were like, oh my god, you need to remove access for this person, and I'm just looking at this. By the way, this task comes in marked as an emergency at 4:59 p.m.
I was gonna say,
Oh.
that shit's not getting
Nope.
done.
Nope,
And I
that's
took one
tomorrow's
look at
problem.
it, and at my boss, I'm like, hey boss, I think this is a project, so I'm just gonna leave. So, I just
am-
left.
I imagine he was just like, what the fuck you mean you're leaving?
So
getting
I
home
was
today.
just like, this is not my. By the way, I am now famous in the company for my excellent surprise hand grenade skills of not my fucking problem, toss.
Later, bitches!
I do it
Lord.
all of the time to the tier 2 people while I'm just like, no one's paid attention to me for 20 minutes, pulls out pin on emergency task, not my fucking problem!
You are a menace.
He is a menace. He's a
I
menace in
approve
every part of
wholeheartedly
his
of that
life.
menacing. So you realize you're gonna have to update us on this saga in like 2 weeks, right?
Oh, don't worry, we already have the update, that was today.
No.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, the
So my
story
boss
continues.
was in a meeting the entire fucking day over this. A full 8-hour meeting.
Oh you. Oh no.
That's never good.
That's bad,
Because-
in fact.
After hours, in their infinite whiskey-fueled wisdom, decided that the simplest solution to the problem of everyone having access to everything was for
Was
no
to
one to
revoke
have access
access?
to anything.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. That-
Oh.
That tracks.
Yeah.
That is all right. All right, I can see that being a temporary measure too. All right, it's on fire. Put the fire
All
out.
jokes aside, as the emergency measure, shut everything off. No one gets
Yeah.
to touch anything.
Yeah.
Until it's fixed, but the problem is they never fix it. They just shut it off and it's like, yep, job done.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
That's not how that works.
That's exactly what happened.
Oh fuck.
And then let me guess.
So
Let me
come
guess, they were trying to
tomorrow
access-
morning, everyone's like, I can't access my files.
Of course.
They didn't done messed up our files, man.
Every
That's
upper
what it is.
management person possible was in this fucking meeting for 8 hours
Oh, good lord.
because the
kicked over-
client was pissed this happened. Projects is trying to throw it my team's way. My team's manager is like, no fucking way. We are not doing this for 300 employees.
Yeah, no, that's gonna take
You
a
have
minute.
kicked over the ultimate anthill.
Yup.
And he does
Holy-
it for fun. He enjoys doing this.
I don't blame him. This sounds like a mess I want to deal with, but it'd be funny to watch.
That sounds like a project. Their problem. Throws hand grenade.
Bro
Oh,
legit
you are a
gave the
glorious
I'm out
bastard.
and just failed.
No, he's an inglorious bastard.
Oh god. It's like
He wants his scalps, guys.
it's like the COD or Halo equivalent of a hand grenade being tossed at you, and it's like, you know, press right bumper to throw back. Except you throw it back, except it bounces off the door frame. So instead of killing you, it kills your two teammates that were behind you because it flies deeper
Ooh.
into the room instead.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I'd
You
make a
team
joke.
And then the best
killing
part is, you pick
fucktard.
that grenade up and threw it, it counts as a team kill.
So it's
We
two team
team
kills.
killing
Yeah.
Fucktard.
Oh, good days. Anyway, yeah, you were saying something, Atin? Yeah.
All I
What,
was
any
gonna
story
say
time?
was my story time. Very different. My story time has to do with someone deciding they didn't want to do their job and they were gonna make it my problem.
Ooh.
Many such
Mm.
cases.
So here I am, incredibly sick. And I come back to work today, mostly because I find out my boss, I want to be clear, we lost some people in some layoffs a few months ago. So we're already short staffed. Everybody's pulling double duty in the department, right? My coworker got sick. I got sick. My other coworker has not gotten sick because she's staying at home with her baby.
Fair.
Like, she found out people in the office were getting sick, and she's like, look, I'm going to work from home and take care of my kid and, you know, do my job from here, from home. And everybody was like, yeah, go for it. Don't want to risk you getting sick, getting the baby sick, blah, 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 right?
You have a legitimate reason to call out sick.
So finally, I come back into work, not because I'm feeling better. I'm really not. I could honestly use another couple days off. But because now my boss is sick, and I'm not going to leave two of my coworkers there with nothing. I was like, all right, I'll at least work. Then, so, I get a phone call. It's a number I don't recognize. Now, normally, I'm in the purchasing department. Normally, numbers we don't recognize get ignored because it's a salesperson trying to sell us something, and I barely have time to do my job, somebody else's job. I definitely don't have time to listen to this sales guy try to sell me something I don't need and I'm probably getting cheaper.
Sounds right.
But something about that, I'm like, I don't know. Something about this one, I feel like I'm supposed to pick this phone call up. So I do. And it's some relatively nice southern gentleman, and I'm like, all right, it's going to be a waste of my time. He says, hi, I got this number from, right, Spiel of Doom,
Oh no.
your parts department.
What?
No!
Oh no.
And he starts asking me about a customer. And I'm like, yeah, sir, I'm sorry. I'm not sure I gave you this number, but it sounds like you need my parts department. I'm in purchasing, right? I'm like, maybe someone gave him the wrong name or something, right?
Right, sure.
Nope.
He's like, yeah, no. They gave me your number.
Oh, classic. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm trying to
yes,
find
the-
out when I'm going to get this thing. Now,
Oh.
most people in our purchasing department do not have access to our customer facing screens. I happen to have access to some of them because I'm in charge of helping with our international dropships. So
Right.
so it's helpful for me to be able to look through a customer order to verify what's on there because our dropship is supposed to pull stuff over automatically. But sometimes we get new parts, new sales parts or parts that haven't been bought before. So they don't get pulled over. So I have to make sure they're manually set up to do that. Okay, no
Oh,
biggie,
your
no
inventory.
problem.
That's the
Except it
equivalent
is a
of inventory
problem.
management.
The big
'Cause
problem.
now there's a customer talking to me.
Yeah, which they shouldn't be.
So I go, I don't really know how to use the screens, but if you give me your purchase order, I can try and look it up and find out what the item is. And I find out what the item is. And I'm sitting here thinking, why in the hell did Part send this guy over to me? Because it's a one item. Right? We have everything numerically sorted in our databases, right?
Right.
And my parts department does have the list of who is responsible for what.
Right.
So I'm responsible for 2 and international items.
Right.
Why the hell are they sending me a 1 for a lamp? I
Right.
don't deal with lamps. I've never dealt with lamps. Never ever this has ever been my problem. And so I'm like, well, okay, sir, is it okay if I put you on hold while I try to get a hold of my supplier? Because I see this item we have this listed as a 4 to 5 week lead time. Customer's upset because no one in our parts department communicated with him, and I want to make sure that this item's going to ship out when we think it's supposed to ship out, right?
Was
Sure.
he reasonable with that at least?
He was.
See, the secret here is that actually people are very reasonable usually, even when they're very angry, as long as you are genuinely trying to help them.
Yes.
I don't know about that one.
No,
Sometimes they are.
they,
Like
for the most part, generally
more than
are.
50% of the time.
The key part there is you actually have to sound like you want to help them.
Yeah.
Now, luckily,
Well,
because I sound actively ill,
Yeah.
and
That
I
too.
was
Yeah, you
trying to
sound
be
pretty
genuinely
bad.
helpful, regardless of how the gentleman may have been feeling at the time, he was perfectly happy to let me put him on hold. And now, of course, unfortunately, I wasn't able to get my vendor. And I let him know, hey, sir, sorry, I couldn't get my vendor. I left a message with him. I shot him an email just now. And he's like, okay, well, let me give you my name and my phone number and my extension so that you can get back to me. Oh, okay. Because what am I going to do? Tell him, no, fuck off?
See, what I do is I
Yes.
take all that information down and then I spike it in the closest direction towards the people responsible and say, have fun, hand grenade.
Oh, no. See, I was mad.
Oh no.
No,
Because
he's mad, boys.
if my parts department had bothered to check their screens, they would have been able to give this gentleman this information
But they didn't because there's
without
weren't doing their
throwing
job.
a grenade my way.
Yeah.
But see, Adam, that's hard, and that requires actually doing things with customers. And because it's the parts department, they don't want to do that.
Mhm.
The best part is, no one ever gave any kinds of heads up about this coming to us. And by
Sure.
the way, despite a customer apparently asking multiple times about this item, when I go to check our expedite sheet, which is just a really simple Excel sheet we keep in Teams for the sole purpose of expediting things for both parts and production. And
Right.
all you have to do to get a part expedited is put your initials, our part number, and the date that you expedited it on that sheet. And then the purchasing department will fill in the purchase order number, the vendor, and the expected delivery date.
Right.
And you putting it on that sheet informs purchasing that regardless of whatever the date we currently have on there, purchasing needs to try and make an effort to get it in sooner.
Sure.
Sometimes you just can't.
Sometimes you
But okay.
can't, but it means that at minimum, the person responsible is going to look at the item, look at the vendor, and at minimum, shoot an email saying, can we get this any sooner?
Yeah, if it's coming from China, it's just not getting there any faster. I'm sorry.
Well, no, like, for instance, some of our parts from China are manufactured, so we can air that in. Most of our parts that we get manufactured over there are relatively small, so it is possible for us to air that stuff in and get it
Right.
here sooner.
It's just going to be $200 in shipping.
Well, hey, sometimes
Well,
people
no,
take it.
not for us, because
Yeah,
we
true.
ship a lot of stuff internationally, so we have great deals with DHL and the rest and all that jazz.
Ah,
So it's entirely possible for us to do that stuff. But I was mad because nobody warned us. It wasn't on the expedite sheet, and our customer's mad because, well, nobody's communicating with me.
Yeah, fair.
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 All of which are totally valid complaints. So rather than lob it back to my parts department for them to try and sweep this under the rug, no.
Oh, they really got you mad.
No. I send an email to my boss's boss because
Oh,
my
no.
boss is sick today.
Oh dear.
Oh, no.
Going, dear boss's boss. And of course, I copied my boss on there. I'm sending this
Obviously.
to you because so-and-so is out sick today. I received a phone call from a customer,
I
and the
imagine
parts
he was
department
probably
gave them my number.
Oh Jesus.
Ooh.
Oh, Lord.
I imagine his first reaction upon reading that and seeing parts department was, God fucking damn it, not again.
And by the way, I did not put anyone from the parts department on this email. I did
course you
not
didn't.
put the
Why would
parts
you?
department
Obviously.
boss on that email either.
Uh-oh.
Oh, so they've got a grenade coming and they
I
don't
am
know it.
Tactical no!
Oh,
I'm giving the parts department the same courtesy that was given to me, which is they're getting a hand grenade and no warning.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Ad's about to go on a 25 kill streak.
Hey, shit ass catch.
And
Hey, ass
now,
butt.
my boss's boss,
Big fast chocolate nut.
my boss's boss does happen to be keenly aware of the state of the purchasing department and has in fact lobbied strongly and protected us from the layoffs that have hit the department, other departments in the company, because he recognizes that you can't get blood from a stone. There's no one left to cut.
Yeah.
If he cuts anyone else, he risks the department going from mildly inefficient to non-functioning.
Well, not just that. It's just you're just you. There is a certain threshold of work you can make people do extra before they just
quit.
stop. Yeah.
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 And so I cheerfully reminded him that the purchasing department doesn't have the time right now to be fielding calls from customer, and that while I was doing this, I wasn't doing my job or my boss's job, who I cover for when he's sick.
Oof.
I reminded him that we don't have any ability to use the screens, and that if it had been any other member of the purchasing department who had been lobbed this hand grenade, they would have been utterly... It wouldn't have been a matter of willing. They wouldn't have had the ability to help our customer.
Yeah.
I also reminded him that we regularly ignore phone calls from people that we don't know because they're salespeople. And boy, howdy, it's a good thing I had a sneaking suspicion I should answer this phone number, because what would have happened to our customer if they got bounced from our parts department to our purchasing department and ignored?
Yeah.
Then it
Yeah.
stopped being your customer.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, the parts department did not warn us about this in any capacity.
Yeah.
Why would they?
So
Not their
that's
job.
just a happy little hand grenade waiting for somebody.
It
It's not
astounds
their
me that
job to do your job, Atin.
It
They're doing
as-
their job of sitting around eating donuts.
it astounds me that your parts department continues to not understand that the people who hold the wallet are the people you don't want to piss off normally.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, let me go piss on purchasing.
there are two departments I would go out of my way to be super nice to: the people holding the wallet and the IT department,
Yes.
because those two could do so much damage to me if
Man,
I ever looked at them the
I
wrong way.
used to pull that shit on some people. I would just if I ever got pissed off by one of the people that call in, I would just reset their password occasionally.
Fuck, Sneaky.
I would just be like, yeah, you know what? Fuck this guy
It's-
today, and just go in and reset their password.
That's so petty, but also so harmless.
But so yeah, that's the story of the grenade that I'm tossing back to the parts department after handling it with aplomb. Because
Yeah,
I don't think they've realized that tossing someone a grenade like that doesn't go well for them. when they
Only
can
works
toss
if you cook it.
back.
yeah. You just gave them the ultimate no you possibly could have.
Did I already tell the story about the lying liar who lied and tried to lie to cover up her own fuck ups?
No, but do tell us more.
Please tell us.
We already
So-
trapped.
There's a company we service, and we don't really take too many requests from them too often because they're like a 4-person company or some shit. But we were sending them a new laptop because their shit's
I
old.
remember this story.
I think I told it to you.
You did. You told us in the VC.
Yeah, I know.
stream.
I'm saying I think I told it to you and maybe Max. Cause it was either you and Gray or you and Max.
I think me, Gray, Max were still in the VC. And
Yeah.
Gray
I was
left
there
early.
for this one.
No, this was like at 11 o'clock. So yeah, very few people were.
Okay.
So basically, this bitch was getting a new laptop. And she was super picky about the laptop she was getting because she didn't know what this weird brand we were trying to sell her was, but she only buys HP Windows computers.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
What brand were you guys giving her?
Dell.
Toshiba. Oh, Dell.
What is
I
this
thought
weird
maybe you
brand?
were using like
Oh,
for
it's
some
needed-
reason they needed some weird like they needed like a portable workstation and they were getting an Asus or an Acer.
I'm
Panasonic.
sorry, but like Dell is not a weird brand.
Dell.
Dell kicks the shit out of HP, hands
Yes.
down, for the last 6 to 8 years.
I will say, recently doing
I
support
hate
for
to
Dell
say
computers,
it.
Dell
to
Support
say it.
Assist, Dell Command Update, and Dell Driver Management is possibly some of the best fucking bloatware I've ever used in my life. It's actually
yeah.
better than
Okay,
Windows Update at this point.
so
The driver management,
Dell-
yes. The rest of that, no.
the Dell Command
No,
Update.
Dell Command
Great.
Update is better than
Command
Windows
Up-
Update.
Command Update does what I want it to do, which is it only touches its own shit and nothing else.
Yeah.
And it does it
Oh.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah. No,
I'm
sign,
getting to the point where I remove it by default. so
sign. No,
don't have
no,
any
sign.
experience
You
with it
don't.
lately.
Stein, you don't understand. So you remember how I was bitching the other month about how Windows 10 bricked my BIOS?
Yeah, yeah.
Dell Command Update also handles BIOS
It handles
flashes,
BIOS.
and it
Yeah.
does it perfectly.
Yeah.
I've never had in the time working with it for 3.5 years, not a single time did I have a BIOS update go sideways using command update.
Well, yeah, that's
Well,
the
like
one
I
thing
said,
I've ever used it
Dell's
for, and
fucking
then it's immediately
software.
delete it.
Dell's fucking software works better than Windows, and it's just insane that I actually have to say it at this fucking point, because that's crazy. Meanwhile,
say-
HP's software continues to be absolute bloat shit.
Yes. No, I will say Dell's built-in BIOS diagnostic stuff.
That stuff's
I
pretty
will
good,
give
too.
that. Yeah, I will give that a
That's
very
absurd.
good rating.
I
on
don't
that.
I don't like giving Dell props at all.
Look,
But
I fucking
Right.
hate
they have
Dell.
to.
I hate
When
Dell.
they do something right, they do
Rarely.
it right.
When they so very rarely do something right. Yes.
So, yeah, anyway, so there's that. So anyway, this fucking lady doesn't want to pay for expedited shipping, but she needs it by
not.
Wednesday.
Oh,
You want me to drive it there?
I think I'm remembering this story.
Gonna say, when
And
you
she
tell
is
her,
in a
just like, how the
state that is very far away from the state my company is in. So unless she wants expedited shipping, it's gonna get there whenever the fuck it pleases.
Yep.
I was gonna
Let
say,
you.
what was she expecting you to do? Fucking hand deliver it?
No, she was expecting us to waive the expedition cost.
Ah,
What?
yes,
That's not
a
how that
much more
works.
common thing.
Yeah, obviously.
You want something for free.
The only
Get
time
fucked.
I
Yeah.
go, somebody better be waiving expedite fees, is when the person screwed up.
Yeah,
Yes.
pretty much.
That's understandable. That's a no. You're gonna get it here now.
Yeah, and
And
they,
I'm not
they
gonna pay
we
anything extra
definitely
for it.
weren't waiving their fees because we've been telling them they need to replace this laptop for literally years, and they kept refusing, and it finally completely broke.
It died.
And they're like, well, you need to replace the laptop now. And we're like, well, you're going to pay for that? No. Then no.
Get fucked.
We've been telling you for years to replace this laptop, where we would have been able to meander our way in the cheapest way possible the laptop over to you, but you kept refusing because that was too much money. So now you have to do it, and now we're still going to meander it fucking over to you. So anyway, we get an estimated probable date of delivery from UPS.
Oh dear.
2 weeks out.
We tell them this date. They go, okay. We give them the tracking number in an email, CCing their boss in on it. Both of them confirm getting it. Fast forward to Wednesday. They're angry. They're calling
remember-
us.
yes.
They're making tasks.
Oh,
saying,
yeah,
why?
yes, this one.
I remember this story because it's when I had my headset microphone off for 30 minutes and I didn't even realize, and then you guys all started laughing at it
Yes.
because I was so
Yeah.
drunk.
Yeah, you did this before
Well,
stream, I think.
Yeah, it's a couple weeks ago.
That
Yeah.
was after stream. It was about 11.
Yeah, it was 100%
Oh.
after stream. Yeah, no.
Okay. I keep thinking
Uh,
this before.
So this lady decides she's going to lie because she didn't get the answer she wanted.
Oh dear.
Because she goes onto ups.com with the tracking number and gets told that the package is currently pending and that they don't know the delivery date anymore because it might have been lost in transit due to the ice storm.
Fair.
Yes, the ice storm. You know, the thing that occurs.
Yep.
The thing that affected
Most of the country.
entire eastern half of the
Yeah.
even Florida got hit with some of that shit, man. Like at the
Yeah.
tip.
So she calls UPS. She gives UPS the tracking number. You know what UPS does? They give her the exact same fucking information that she got using the website. So she's not
Yeah.
happy about this, so she calls us. Except she didn't call the right number.
Oh dear.
She called
Oh no.
a bunch of incorrect people who had no idea what the fuck she was talking about. So they tried directing her to the right people, except by the time it got to the right person, he was out on lunch. So instead of doing a reasonable thing like leaving them a voicemail, she called 10 more times.
How'd that go for her?
Shocker, he was still on lunch.
Was this
That's
you
so
on lunch?
weird. He would be on lunch for an extended period of time. Wow.
Wow,
Yeah.
he was gone longer than 2 minutes.
Yeah. So, he goes to call her after he gets back from lunch, noticing 11 missed calls from her. And she doesn't pick up, because she is too busy furiously lying to her boss about how we never gave her a tracking number and how she called us multiple times and everyone just kept bouncing her around. Just to be clear, when you call our company's number, it redirects you automatically to the correct people to contact. And only if you manually enter an extension number does it call the wrong people. So she had to ignore the auto redirect to the people that could give her the information she wanted to purposely call the wrong people because she remembered them from previous tasks.
Wow.
I imagine she was not very happy when someone caught her out on this.
Well, we don't know because we never talked to her. We only talked to her boss, who was pissed because she was lied to by her own employee, not realizing her
Again!
employee was lying to her. So she was pissed at us because she thought we were giving subpar service and not being able to give over basic information, to which we then explained, eat shit.
Your employee is lying to you.
Here is documented evidence that they were in fact given everything they say they weren't given. Here is the phone call logs of where she called a bunch of people that have no relevance to what she needs help for, who don't have access to the things she was calling them about. And ultimately, when she finally did get in contact with us, we gave her the exact same fucking information that she was able to get from UPS. Because guess what? We don't have more information than UPS does about where a UPS package is. So, we told them if the package doesn't arrive, we'll return the package to us, and you guys can go buy the laptop yourself, and we'll set it up remotely.
I imagine they didn't like that answer.
They, of course, did not like that answer. But they agreed to it, and we have email proof they did so. So we canceled the sending. We got told the package was heading back towards us now. They went out and bought a laptop, and then submitted a bunch of angry tasks accusing us of not telling them that they had to go buy this laptop themselves.
By the Emperor. It's terminal.
I just get really tired of people who try to blame everyone.
But themselves.
It's not even everyone but themselves. It's just, like, just say you forgot. Like, okay, fine. You forgot that you got an email from us yesterday telling you you needed to go buy the laptop yourself. And so you sat around waiting for the laptop for several hours not doing work, only to go out and angrily buy the laptop yourself, and then you made a fool of yourself accusing us of not telling you something we have email evidence of you acknowledging receiving. Like, Like, you would think before you send an angry email to someone, you would, like, search email history to be like, see, I have proof you didn't do it.
No.
So the fact that you didn't do that either means A, you're retarded and deserve to be ignored, or B, you know you're in the wrong, but you're trying to gaslight the other person into admitting fault.
You're a customer service drone. You're supposed to admit fault. You're always wrong. The customer's always right. That's how that goes.
No.
Yeah, that's how customers believe that goes. Even when
Oh,
the customer is wrong, they're right.
Oh, Sign got a
we've said
response. Sign, you know you can check your email for it. Do you not get emails from FFN?
I don't get emails from FFN, but let me check and see if... Well, on most of my accounts. Let me check and see if it's on that account. Hang on.
Because the email would still contain the thumbnail of what they said to you, so you get like the first paragraph or two. I do love those people though, who respond to your DM and then block you, and it's like, okay, buddy, well, you blocked me, so I can't see your totally great got 'em response message to me dunking on you.
Right. Okay, hang on. Let me pull up Piscord on the phone.
Oh, God.
Right.
So anyway, Mighty Morgoth. We've had him on here before, haven't we? Mighty Morgoth.
We've definitely had him.
We've had his stories on.
Who was Morgoth? That was, that's Fiend, isn't it?
Was it?
Hold on,
I will
let me
unfollow
see.
your story as that is what you want. I hope you have a great day. We stay winning, boys.
I don't know. I mean, this message really does just make y'all look like the bad guys.
Good.
It sounds like we bullied this poor man a little too hard.
Good.
Oh, gee, you know, it's almost like I had a point in being a little less, I don't know, acerbic.
Shadow of War.
I am sorry that you
Marco
did
Rubio
not
official.
like the story. I happily admit to not being a good writer. My characterization tends to be bad, and I typically fail to get my intentions across. I'm also sorry it came off as being on a high horse, but it is very possible that I am on a high horse and I do not realize it. I will unfollow your story as that is what you want. Have a great day. I'm going to block you.
Yeah.
What? Huh?
Remember,
That's
kid,
pretty fucking funny.
Never meet your heroes.
Well, no, I think it's perfectly fine to meet your heroes if your hero is Sign. It's just don't meet Sign while having opinions like Reddit is right about everything, and communism will work when I do it. Because that's just gonna
It's gonna end poorly. This is when I bring out the Book of Grudges, all the evidence against what you're saying.
I mean, it's really wild that you have such political opinions, but then you go and favorite Sign stories because Sign's separation of his political opinions and his writing is about, you know, as sheer as like a fucking atom's width, you know. We're talking about basically blinking and pretending you didn't see it to be the difference.
Pretty much.
Well, he actually did
in a
it.
lot
He
of
didn't
cases.
remove it from his favorites.
Yeah, good.
Damn.
Good work.
But speaking of Sign and not meeting your heroes, Sign got into a little scuffle with the moderator of
again?
Royal Road.
What was this? Round 3 now?
Something like that.
Hey, what happened now?
Alright. So it started off with them bitching about me, you know, putting my Subscribe Star advertising up. Because multiple reviewers.
Is this
actually had
because
said,
you went and reported people like Ravensdagger?
No.
No,
That happened
He
after.
did that after.
So
No,
I
no,
had
no, no.
multiple-
I want to be clear. I'm caught up on that part. I'm asking
Yeah.
if this happened because you reported people like Ravensdagger.
It's possible. See, I think what kicked the whole issue off was people were spamming me about this whole, you're aware of that culture of bullshit shout-out swaps?
Yeah.
Yeah. Advertise my stuff and I'll advertise yours. I got sick of it because I'd gotten like 100 fucking emails for just that.
I thought this was
Oh my God.
what prompted this was that one guy telling you, being sarcastic about Subscribestar or something.
I'm getting there.
Okay. Fair enough.
No, that comes
So-
later.
Okay.
I report it, I make a thread about it, and I complain a little bit about, this whole system is fucking dumb. I'm not going to participate, so I want to be able to block these emails and people from emailing me. And then I report it to a mod. Hey, look, your setting's not working. All right. After that, very shortly after that, all of a sudden, my stories have gotten reported, and I'm getting a message from another mod telling me I need to take my shit down or edit it or something. And then she just says, fuck it, I'm just going to remove it all. Fine. So I added all my stuff to remove the Subscribestar links and so on and so forth after they've nuked my stuff. Tell her this, and then I go and upload the story again. And it stays up for about 4 or 5 hours before it goes. What the fuck? Put in another report. Hey, why was my story taken down? Then I get a reply from the first guy. I didn't realize it was him at the time, but the guy who had gotten to try to address the issue of getting spammed, here with, let me see, I had it somewhere. Basically,
I saw the ticket. I saw the ticket, and I didn't take it, so I took it down.
Yeah, I took it down because the other ticket was still open, and a whole bunch of bullshit. It's like, no, that sounds like bullshit, buddy. Get to talking with the other woman. She had approved it beforehand. She's the one that approved putting up the story again. Everything's okay. You can go ahead and re-upload it. All right, thanks for that. Screenshot what she sent me, sent it to him, and I'm like, well, I guess somebody may have jumped the gun on this. But look, she says it's okay, so I trust there won't be any more problems with re-uploading my story. There won't be any more issues, will there, right? He just comes back, yeah, you're good. Okay. Yeah. We're pretty sure he's the one that may have reported it, or if he's not, then it was somebody got jealous that I got up too high too fast, is what it sounds like.
Gasp. Shock.
Yeah.
The man
right?
produced quality and it rose.
It broke 150.
In true industry fashion, someone being competent starting to outshine the big players already existing with their networks. And so instead of actually rising to the challenge and producing better content with the greater field of resources they have access to, they decide to instead blow him up.
In many such cases.
Not just that, I wasn't engaging with their bullshit shout-out swap culture.
That's what I'm saying.
and
Is
had
you didn't
expressly told them I
join
wasn't
the
going to.
yeah you didn't
the
join.
mob. Didn't take a knee.
Son, don't you know when you sign the terms of service, you agree to join the cult? Why didn't you follow the cult?
No, that's not how that fucking works.
Yeah,
They
bro.
framed it as a whole bunch of, well, you're making money off of fanfiction and that's illegal. I did the actual research. It's technically not, because fanfiction as a transformative work fulfills the 25% minimum requirement for fair use, and further doing what I've done, yeah, it's enough to say, yeah, you could profit off of it. The same way.
Well, I mean, it's like I
SNL
always say,
couldn't
it's a
exist.
multi-layered thing of you can commission people for fan art because of the significant deviation typically with their own personal art styles. And even then,
Yup.
even Disney can't technically really sue someone for doing a Disney art style porn commission of their characters. because technically speaking, they are not selling that character in of themselves. They are taking money to draw the likeness of the character for a single individual for a non-commercial purpose.
Yes.
So it's
Which
really hard to, like, you know.
I get why Royal Road and other places wouldn't want to draw that kind of potential legal flack, but on the other hand, you've got advertisements up on the site. On the same site you have fanfiction on, so you are directly profiting from having
Yeah.
that material on your website.
Exactly.
That kind of,
Well, I mean, it's the,
ruins your
it's the
fucking
thing.
point.
Yeah.
FFN does this. FFN has a list of writers that you're not allowed to post fiction for. And it's
Yep.
because those writers contacted them and said, hey, don't post fiction of this. And that is actually one case where you can't post fan fiction of that content, is if the writer goes out and says, hey, I don't want
Explicitly
fan
says it.
fiction written of my stuff. That is them setting the line for their property protection, which means that
Which-
legally, if you infringe that, you kind of know beforehand. Which you know,
I get brand image and all that, but on the other hand, it's kind of popularity, free publicity.
well, I mean, what I was going to say is there's also a reason why none of the people on the list of banned writers you've ever heard of, because they've basically made it impossible to spread their work anywhere.
Yep. Whereas Harry Potter, one of the most popular stories in the West of all time at this point, and look how much fan fiction we have of that, and it continues growing.
Well, I mean, Disney's a
because
good
of
example
both.
too. I mean, there is literally a vault's worth of porn of Disney characters.
Official porn, too.
porn. It's the porn Disney themselves drew. Yes.
No, no. It's
No.
technically no. It's technically official porn because Disney retains the rights to all artistic works performed by their employees while they are under the auspice of employment by the Disney Corporation.
It's their employees drew lewd shit, so they went, "Hey, look, we can't have you drawing Ariel's titties out here, so we're gonna confiscate that."
No,
Yeah,
it's
pretty
not
much.
even that.
No,
No,
because they
it's
wanted
literally not even that.
intellectual rights.
It's to maintain the legal fiction of them owning the artist's work. So basically,
Yeah.
the artist draws porn in their off time, and because the artist drew porn in their off time of one of Disney's characters, and they are employed by the Disney Corporation to maintain 100% ownership of the property, they confiscate all of the art. They don't prevent, like, there's plenty of the art that these people drew that go out and get sold as commissions, and it's on the DeviantArt page still, and you can still access it all. But they basically get a file of it, they print it out, and then they put it in this fucking vault of theirs. Basically, for the legal perspective of they are claiming all art performed by Disney employees at all times, no matter
Disney
what.
property.
So at any point in time, if an employee comes out and produces a similar property, they can instantly go, no, actually, that's ours. Look at the past 40 years of legal paper trail we've done of always claiming every bit of art everyone's ever made.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's set up for IP bullshit.
And so, but again, Disney, one of the biggest fucking properties out there, and it's not just because they had decent marketing, it's because people made a lot of fucking fan content about Disney. A lot of word of mouth
Yes.
shit about Disney. It's like Disney was very small time back in the day, and it grew big because people talked about it, not because they had really great advertising. Because they didn't.
I mean, people talking about it was in fact the great advertising. It was
Yes.
just free advertising.
Turns out when you let fans have freedom, your thing will
Good
actually
things happen.
expand further than you thought.
Yeah.
Just look at Nier and Yoko Taro.
True.
No, Yoko Taro didn't do
That-
that.
that-
Yoko Taro just
that-
wanted porn.
That man is an exception. in this case, because he's like, "Hey, send me more robo-butts, please.
They
Fair.
request more
Just
robots.
send me an updated zip file every week." And
Send me
to
all
my
the
knowledge,
robo you have.
that is still going.
Oh, it's still going.
ongoing.
He's
Yeah.
still got, yeah, he's still getting
Are
it. There's actually
have
someone on
we
Twitter who
have we?
specifically sends him
Yes.
shit.
No,
No,
I
no,
know.
there's literally a Twitter called the weekly zip or some shit, and it's literally
Yeah.
just the weekly zip file.
Is it
Unpacked
past
version.
the is it past the 2 terabyte mark yet?
Oh, probably.
Long ago. I think it's over like 4.
Yeah, easily.
Jesus.
Massive. Oh, no. There's a massive amount of porn made.
And
Oh,
Yogotaro loves it all.
Yes.
Bro probably just puts it on his desktop background and just has it cycling forever.
Cycles.
it's always sad to see IP holders be like, "No, fans aren't allowed to do stuff with this." It's like, but why?
I mean,
Yogotaro,
it's
please make
free
more and
adverti-
send it
it
to me
is
every
free
week.
we can just look
advertising.
at Overwatch as an example as to why you should allow the Gooners to goon.
True.
Yeah.
I was just talking about fans in general. I wasn't even talking about that. Just let the fans.
Yeah, but no, what I was
enjoy
saying
the
is
product.
Overwatch literally was saved by Gooners.
My porn.
Yeah, it was a
Popularized.
dying property for a long time, and people really didn't get into it until all the porn of it started coming out, and then a lot of people started getting into it because
Mm.
the porn.
What was it? BioShock and Elizabeth.
Yeah, I was about to
Walsh
say.
from Overwatch
Yeah,
Legion?
BioShock
that.
Elizabeth, yeah, she made more strides in the animation community than the past 20 years, I think it was.
Yeah.
She's heavily involved in the animation community. Oh, really? What field?
Yeah.
Don't ask that.
For
Discord cut
whatever
out as soon as you
reason,
opened your mouth side. That was amazing.
Oops.
for whatever reason, the main character's daughter of that game just ended up breaking 3 or 4 plateaus in 3D animation
Return to tradition.
Yeah.
for whatever fucking reason.
The reason is
I
people wanted
mean,
to
she's
back off.
innocent and cute.
Return
Also,
to
yes,
tradition.
Somebody
The
should
trad
get back
wife
to
is
Bioshock.
waiting
And the
for you.
internet took that as a challenge.
The government doesn't want you to know there's trad wives out there. You can just take them home for free.
No, they call that kidnapping.
Only if they don't consent.
I was about to say, now if they agree to go along with you, that's fair.
That's
So
a
anyway,
different
yeah,
type of,
let us begin tonight. Let's see here. We got Naruto. I'm really not an evil Uchiha. Having
Well,
traveled
yeah,
back
evil.
to the eve of the Third Shinobi War, Shimizui, whatever the fuck that is, finds herself reborn as a member of the Uchiha clan. Faced with the constant oppression of the Uchiha clan, Shimizui is already mentally prepared to pack his bags and flee. Fortunately, he awakens Life Simulator. So if you have a video game system, go ahead and mark that off.
I believe I do have system actually.
I'm sorry, Life Simulator?
Yeah.
It's probably Korean.
We made. Did we make?
No.
Yes, I've got system. Did we? No, script isn't system.
Fuck, I don't have that.
I don't have system. Oh, I do have system. Nice.
Did you say script was a thing?
System.
No,
System.
I was like, I for a second thought we put script and system together, but then I saw I
Turn
also
your
had system.
ears on.
Turn your brain on.
Well, Aura can't do that. He only got one brain cell. He's got to be very careful with how much juice he runs through that.
I thought it was Kaz, and I would also say put the alcohol down.
No, that makes my brain better.
Yeah, exactly.
it
He's
doesn't.
Australian.
Right. Australian racist.
No, Australians. The liquor lets his neurons actually have a connection.
Neuron activation. It greases his neurons.
Yeah, it provides a medium for the electricity to travel through. Instead of all that vacuum.
It's not neural fluid. It's alcohol.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We got Konoha Village Ninja Academy. The large training ground was crowded with students waiting for instructions from Chunin teacher. Next, Tataki Kakashi. White-haired boy wearing mask walked up to teacher, formed hand seals with both hands. Bam! A puff of white smoke dispersed, and two clones looked identical to him appeared beside him. I fucking called it. This guy is Korean or learned how to write from Korean stories. Because he's doing the fucking Korean translation thing where every sentence is a new paragraph.
Oh.
Yeah.
You learn from manhwas.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see.
Hataki Kakashi had
That guy-
perfectly created two clones. Very good, full marks. Chunin teacher not... By the way, this whole 3 jutsu thing was only invented after the Third
Mm,
War.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
does this count as script because that's similar, very similar to script
No.
writing? Damn.
No.
Script format is an explicit format type.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Script format is they are explicitly saying either this is a script or they explicitly write it in a script-based format of X says Y walks off screen, Z comes on and says this, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Which we've actually had quite a number of stories in the past.
We have had a surprising amount of.
Yeah.
Somehow have not had any since doing this bingo card, but that
No,
was
we did.
something
Yeah.
I think we
enjoyed.
got one on the New Year's. I think we got one on the New Year's stream.
Oh,
when
we
first
did. Yeah, no,
started.
we did.
Well, unfortunately, the New Year's stream was the best night of bingo we've had, and that's
True.
that's not a good
Well,
metric.
no, we got close with Mass Effect. I was only one away from Mass Effect's fucking when we got that. I have no idea how we got so close with Mass Effect. but
Mass
we
Effect
did.
was, yeah, that's true. Yep.
But, yeah. Should
Oh.
we put author knows nothing? Because as mentioned, like this format was explicitly stated to occur after the Third War. And
Yeah, I'll allow it.
I mean, it's
Go out.
possible. When was the story posted?
This is a recent story. It's like this year, the last year.
Oh, okay.
And he should
Then
not
yeah,
have
unless they
but
just became
no,
a brand new Naruto
bro,
fan.
this was published 2 weeks ago, February 9th.
Yeah.
Author knows nothing. I've got that.
Because
Yeah, I
I
don't have
finally
that.
got one.
the current academy system did not occur until after the Third War. Like the academies were just starting between the second and third, but
The
Yes.
This
so the academy was created by Tobarama,
system.
but it was like a lot more streamlined because it was constant wars until after.
Well,
the third,
yeah,
which is when-
not
Oh,
only
man,
that,
I
and
don't
also
have any
they
of
didn't
these.
have like age rules. They didn't
Yeah.
have graduation requirements. They didn't have shit.
Yeah, if you showed you were good enough as a ninja, it doesn't matter in what, you just graduated and went off to war, basically.
Yeah.
All right, kid, you can throw a kunai half decent. You're a ninja. Welcome to the front lines.
You
No, that
go.
was
Welcome to the
actually-
front lines. Go, go, go.
If you can throw a ninja star, you can.
No, yeah, that was
I'm
actual
just
thing.
imagining. I'm just imagining a ninja mother substitution jutsuing her children onto the battlefield. Go, go, go!
Orbital substitution drop tupers.
The real reason
classic.
Minato invented the teleportation jutsu was to continue dodging child support.
Indeed. Max, here, have a absolute hood classic. I'm putting in shit posts.
That joke would work better if not the fact that that motherfucker was looking forward to being a dad.
No, the real reason why he created teleportation jutsu is so his sperm could finally fucking make it to an egg.
Ooh.
Oh, I always like seeing this one come across my screen.
This is actually a different one than from the ones I've seen in the past.
I think I've seen this one other time before.
Oh yeah, this thing. Yeah, it's always fun watching that one happen.
Oh damn. Oh damn. Diddy's lawyer just quit, saying he can't possibly defend Diddy.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
damn.
no. My parents talked
He-
about that earlier. I'm just like, it must be
Glorious.
real bad if a top dollar lawyer is like, I can't do this.
Apparently that
Bro,
lawyer also
I
said
can't
it
do
was common.
this.
Listen,
was
when the
you on
1,000
your
bottles
own.
of full baby oil got found, I already knew that this guy was cooked.
It wasn't even just normal baby oil. Every single bottle was individually spiked.
Yeah.
I beg your
What?
pardon?
What?
Yes.
Yeah, no,
so
yeah.
it wasn't like he just bought 1,000 cases of baby oil and just had them in his house. Each baby oil bottle was individually tampered with and spiked with drugs.
Yeah.
Why?
Because
You know why.
okay. I don't think you understand the industrial level at which Diddy was committing assault.
Yeah.
Did he do it? Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Did he do it?
Well,
Yes,
see-
he did.
Yes. Every
I
single
think what's also
time you
good
saw a
is for-
female celebrity go from like
No,
Girl
it
next
was,
door,
yeah,
wasn't
bro.
female
I hate to
celebrity.
break
No,
this to
dude.
you.
not
It
just
wasn't
female, not
just
just
women.
female.
It
I know,
wasn't
I know.
just
Yeah, no, I
women.
I know,
I
but the
heard
the men, a lot of the
women.
men hit it better.
Oh, you know what it is? It's the fucking meme. You guys have all seen this meme, right? Where it's the guy who's English second language and the doctor's like, sex? Yes. Male,
I think I've seen that.
woman, man, women, horse,
Yep.
donkey,
Animal.
duck,
Dear
sometimes
God.
cat,
Oh.
deer.
Too fast.
No, deer too fast.
Yeah.
You're too fat. Shut the fuck up.
No,
That-
really, that's the
That- not only is that the joke, but it's also that's fucking Diddy. Sex?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
With
but
what?
The thing is, the
Yes.
men hit it
Yes.
better until it finally came out. But the women, you immediately after they got invited to a Diddy party, you saw the consequences.
Oh well, of course. I mean, obviously.
And it wasn't just men and women. There was children involved.
Yeah, of course, obviously.
no.
Yeah.
I mean, he is one of the few people
Wait.
that I am fully comfortable just
Wait,
going and
no.
saying
This
Sorry,
was
I
the
think
lawyer that defended Osama bin Laden in 2001.
I was trying to say
Yeah.
that, but I
Bin
wasn't
Laden?
through.
He could defend
Bin
Laden, but not
Laden's
Diddy.
lawyer even said he couldn't do it.
Jesus.
I'll
God,
post it
he's
to
a
the news
monster.
so everyone can see it.
Now it's just the
We got a
fucking other.
fucking
Now it's the
comment.
other meme. It's the other meme now of the TikToker who was going around Florida, going up to people, being like, "What's your body count?"
And he said
And-
three.
Yes. the
No,
pit
no, he
Really?
goes no. He goes up to this one old dude. He's like, "What's your body count?" He's like, "Oh, 7." He's like, "You had sex with 7 women," and the old guy looks at him and goes, "Sex?"
Next. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, no, murder.
Okay.
I think it's more wild the fact that he just answered some random dude with a mic going
What's your body count?
just hey, how many people have you killed? Oh, 7.
See,
What?
he clearly thought he was just in a Suda 51 game and everyone else was also an assassin.
But anyway, so Diddy's like the opposite, right? You know, it's like what's Osama bin Laden was what's your body count 3,000. Diddy's like what's your body count? He's like shit. I stopped counting after 7K.
No.
Okay, but he's not wrong, Nose.
That's my point. Like, the guy was probably like, I'm out.
Yeah,
I am-
the lawyer's just like, bro, you have to stop telling me things because holy shit, I don't think I can defend this.
I don't like being one to go, some people are irredeemable, but
I think
dang.
after the body count reaches double digits, you're gonna have to give up the redemption job.
Yeah. Please step into the wood chipper, sir.
some people simply need to be given a chance to accept the Lord and then sent on the express elevator to him.
It's true.
Yes. I will arrange your meeting with the Lord.
You have 30 seconds to determine the deity of your choice that you wish to petition before you will be sent.
Are
to
you
meet.
religious? No. Well, you better start
You
being
got 30
quickly.
seconds to get that one.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
Do you believe in God?
Actually, you know what? I
30
found a.
seconds to
You
get
know what?
right
That's the
with
even
him.
quicker one. Nose is onto something. Do you believe in God? No. Well, you're about to be sent to one of them.
It's a complicated question. It depends on what you mean by God.
No, Sneaky.
Tell us when you get there.
Sneaky. Alternately, we can simply steal a quote from Fire Emblem, the best crit quote of all time. Pick
Oh.
a god and pray.
God and pray, yeah.
True. Yeah.
Good old
Listen,
Frederick.
absolutely no one has a better crit quote
Frederick, yep.
in the entirety of Fire Emblem. Completely unhinged.
Least unhinged.
The best
Least
part is the
unhinged
guy who normally
Fire
says it,
Emblem person.
very calm, very reserved.
Except
which
when he's
character is this?
saying that
Frederick.
specific line.
Frederick?
Yeah,
Then he's
Frederick
all
says that
about
as a
it.
crit.
Yeah,
Oh,
as
the Lord's
said,
been
it's
so
Frederick.
long.
I will always remember Frederick for that line and that line alone.
The Lord has been so long.
Yeah, that's an awakening quote.
So
here's the
I
thing.
was attacked by
It's
this
so
meme.
good. You don't have to that's just it. It's been so good. You will remember nothing about Awakening except Frederick with a 2% chance to screech at every enemy.
So I just posted a meme in shitpost where I was attacked by it. But at the same time, I'm not able to defend myself from it because my Dutch side of the family owns at least 2 homes on 2 different artificial islands.
Dutch love artificial islands.
It's apparently catnip for the Dutch.
No, it's a cardboard box for the Dutch.
You build
Yes.
build an artificial island and the Dutch will come.
Yep.
Well, as it turns out, when you have the ability to just give out free shit and you're also being persecuted by the Spanish, you tend to just go towards boxes, I guess.
What?
The Dutch were persecuted by the Spanish.
Ah.
It's a genetic trait. They're persecuted by the Spanish, so they're just like, I'm just gonna go in this box of safety.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is Dutch even a fucking language?
No.
Yes?
Have you
Yeah,
heard
it
it?
is.
Have you heard
Yeah, everyone's
Dutch?
seen the memes.
How do you say "spank me, daddy" in Dutch? Give me
I
ein
don't-
clap, papa.
Yeah, you're pro at saying that, aren't you?
That
Yeah.
doesn't
This doesn't help your case, Gamer.
doesn't stop it
why
from
do you
being a
even
real
know what that
language.
is?
Sign.
I mean,
That's not a real language.
Is that the sign elf?
I'm gonna be honest. The fact that he sat there, said, "Is it a real language?" and then gave us a direct translation is a point against him. So
I think
True.
we
if
can
anyone
put that
It's
as
needs
an
that,
elf.
not a
if it-
translation.
True.
It's somebody saying English words in a German
if someone needs that
accent.
sign L, if someone needs the sign L box marked, there you go. You just got it.
I swear to God, it's just English words in
I
a
told you what
German
happened,
accent.
Billionaire.
Bro, it's not helping your case.
I don't have
Where
sign
you when Hitler did.
The amount of cope on this man. I pay this man to write. Thank God I don't pay him to think.
Well, I'm just wondering
Well,
why he keeps going
technically
to the
you
spank me
do.
daddy words. Like, does he really love saying that so much?
I mean, yes, that's quite obvious. He's
Yeah,
Catholic.
you know what the saddest thing actually
Hey, no,
is?
I'm not.
If you just say a bunch of English words in a German accent, generally the Dutch will understand what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's
Well,
the
to be
saddest
fair,
part.
the last time the Germans came to their hometown, they were definitely saying what he said before.
Mm.
Okay, Nose. Well, okay, you've had enough drinks, Nose. I need you to put the bottle down.
Fuck you.
Meanwhile, I haven't had enough.
I'll have
Anyway,
enough drink
so
when I
the
say I
girls
do.
were all squealing at Kakashi and how hot he was, and Rin was also doing that. And then,
fine.
Obito was like, "Ha, Rin,
Obito.
I can do
Did
that
you
too."
just? Were you about to say ooh Woobito?
Uwubito.
Uwubito.
Listen, he's
Uwubito.
got Uwubi on the brain.
I'm killing myself.
Good.
Do a flip.
Cursed.
Anyway, Uwubito.
Why do you have to say it?
He's never saying it another
Uwu?
way now.
I think we should kill Sneaky.
Yeah, well, you can get a
Well,
line.
I feel like Bieber. God.
You.
What?
I have good news for you. You're nowhere near that infuriating of a human being,
Thank God.
but you
My-
are that stupid.
I've gotten hit with the
Oof.
fucking Bieber tax meme like 3 times, and it's fucking so bad.
Yeah, well, I'm immune to that shit, so
Bay wasn't.
well, I guess Australians are racially weak to it or something.
I mean, we know Australians are racially weak.
True.
Yep.
They are literally Britain started Project Les Enfants Terribles, but they did it on a national scale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah.
prison guards fucked the inmates, and now we have Australia.
They didn't send prison guards. They just sent inmates.
Yeah,
Nope, they sent guards, dude. They had whole outposts of the guards.
They sent army
sent
regiments,
guards?
my brother.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize they sent guards.
Well,
Oh my
it's
God.
actually really funny because you can actually see like who's the descendant of guards and who's the descendant of inmates by the positions they hold in the government. And it's like it's like not even like it's like not even a meme because you can literally like all you have to do is Kaz can correct me, but all you have to do is basically listen to them for like a minute and you're like, "Oh, you were a guard. Your family was a guard."
Yep. Yeah. No, I can agree on that.
It's like, oh,
You can
everything
tell
you
by-
just said.
You can tell even by the accent because Australia's got 2 accents: the more educated guard descendants and the less educated prisoner descendants.
I'm not even shocked by this information.
So the people that have a heavier Australian accent that's hard to understand were probably descended from the fucking prisoners, while the ones that are more like easily understood English is the guards.
Oh, we can tell where Kaz is from.
Well, obviously, he's fun to be around,
Croatia.
unlike Chin.
Croatia. I've got literally 3/4 of my family line is from Croatia. My last person born in Australia was my dad.
How the fuck did you end up in Australia?
How the
The
fuck?
Croatian War, running away from it.
Oh, true.
I guess that would do it.
Well, a supposed myth of my family is that we were one of the few people who ever got the Queen's pardon for crossing Australia. Which, again, should surprise no one that that's part of
Oh.
my family history.
Mm.
For crossing Australia.
Yeah, apparently it was something that Britain did for a while, is if like they would start the inmate on the west side, and if they made it all the way to the east side settlement,
And let
then
them
they would
go
get
to
a
the
pardon.
New World, yeah. And they go to the New World, but they weren't allowed back in Britain, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they
Yep.
just got a pardon for their crime, and they got sent to the New World.
Fair.
And apparently, like, they only did it for so long, but supposedly one of my ancestors successfully did it and ended up
Not
in
surprised.
America. And yeah, when I heard the story, I was like, wow. Yeah, that's not shocking at all. Yeah, that's completely not surprising in the slightest. But anyway, so more about Uwubito.
I fucking hate that.
So a random male OC was watching everyone and then looked at Kakashi's clones. Kakashi has achieved full standards. Ah, yes, he was a transmigrator. I knew it. I knew he was Korean. Never doubt my racism.
Only Korea say transmigrator.
Well, I mean, it's also the way he structured his sentences and with the paragraphing and like that. It's all signs of Korean. So either they learned from Korea or they're English second language from Korea. And yeah, I was right. The fanfic Naruto lover. Their other two stories are also AI art generated. Harry Potter and the Baldur's Gate to Hogwarts. Under the moonlight besides the grave, Harry Potter and Voldemort stood face to face. Very well, Voldemort said softly, raising his wand. The oppressive weight on Harry's back vanished. Now look at me like a man, stand tall, just as your father did when he met his end. Now we duel. Voldemort waved his wand, Harry raised his fingers, and Voldemort turned into a sheep.
Wabbajack.
What?
God damn it.
No,
not Wabbajack. He polymorphed.
He polymorphed.
Oh,
he
just
has
polymorphed
the funny.
him.
Yeah, he's
Because
like,
it's
oh, I have
Baldur's Gate. Yeah, so,
Oh, my bad. I was thinking fucking...
Elder Scrolls.
I somehow got... yeah, those two mixed up for a minute. Brain fart.
And then we have his first story, One Piece, Pirate King, ? No, I just want to kill everyone. Okay. Suddenly, self-insert OC appears in the sky with his crew overlooking the entire battlefield. Sengoku, what are you here for? Are you planning to help Whitebeard? Don't misunderstand. Will scans the battlefield, his gaze sweeping across the powerful figures present. A hint of excitement lingers in his tone. I'm here for only one reason, to kill everyone. That's it. So, judging by the fact that they were all published roughly on the same day, they're all using AI art, I can only assume that this man got his hands on either a, South Korean AI story maker, or the only stories he fed the AI was South Korean. I'm not really sure what the source here is. But it clearly heavily South Korean inspired AI slop. Because again, he posted all three of these stories on the same day, and in the span of time since the February 9th, he has written roughly 60k words.
None of them good?
None of them good.
None of them.
Of course not. Why would they be good?
We're looking at roughly 1 to 1.5k per chapter for all of his stories. And like I said, he's been updating all of them consecutively every single day since he first posted them on the 9th. So, I can only imagine that he's got some sort of AI slop generator churning out shit.
Where's Infont? He's our best way to identify AI slop.
Just send him a link.
Oh, waiter, identify the slop.
Waiter! Waiter!
Infant,
What is this filth?
sniff this for AI slop.
He'll get to us in about half an hour when he's finished with it.
True.
Yeah.
Now, I will also say there was another story. So basically, I was in my off time. I was reading a fan fiction by this guy Z Fighter, and I have come to the conclusion that he is absolutely also using AI slop to produce all of his stories, because he's got like multiple stories that he updates daily, and he is selling up to 10 chapters ahead on all of his stories.
Jesus.
And
Mm.
Fuck.
it was definitely not ChatGPT because the AI wasn't overly wordy, but there was a
Mhm.
constant enough repetition of simile and metaphor filling up the narrative that I was like, there's no way this isn't AI slop. This is like, it's too precise in its regularity.
Yeah.
Ugh! So,
You know, I bet if you were to start picking his chapters out, like put them in a line, you could probably actually start getting the actual literal pattern.
oh, I'm sure I could,
Yeah.
because I've literally done it in the past. So I've told this story before, but it's still funny. There was a co-authored story I was reading a while back, and one of the co-authors said, you know, hey, we wrote this chapter together instead of one of us just editing it. I'm sure you guys won't be able to guess which parts were written by who. And I sent a whole fucking dissertation to them on who wrote what parts and why.
Okay.
And the best fucking part of it was that they responded with not only was I correct, but that I actually scared them because of how much I noticed their writing differed that they didn't even realize. Because she was like, oh well, I only thought it was this one thing with how often like, I use capital letters or something for proper nouns or something like that, and I gave her this whole grammatical structure and where I could tell who was writing what sentence based on how many words in the sentence there were, where they
Oh,
put the
man.
period, the cadence of the sentence. Because each of them had preferences for their sentence cadence, and it was really obvious to me. And there would be like sections of the story where they were switching off every single sentence in a single paragraph. Who was writing what? And they were like, how the fuck did you know that? I'm like, it was clearly obvious. If you look at this sentence structure here.
If you look at the sentence structure here, he said, pushing up his glasses with his finger.
Where's the fucking meme? I don't know. Well, I need to learn the fuck these memes are called.
What meme? Describe it.
No.
It's the meme where someone's rapidly pointing at a graph describing something to you.
You mean the average Redditor?
Yeah, it's the average Redditor meme gif where it's just like this one dude with a piece of paper in his hand, like smacking the paper and pointing to this whiteboard with a bunch of fucking graphs on it, and the caption's usually like you trying to explain X to me.
Morphling players explaining why they can't go outside. And why
Literally.
They can't take showers.
Yeah. It's okay. So the meme is
Like
called
this?
"Explaining Why."
Oh.
That's a lame name.
But yeah, me explaining to some author how their writing differs from another author they thought they were identical writing at. It's just no. Well, you see, if you look at these graphs here. But yeah. So I noticed this sort of shit. It's what I do. He was a transmigrator since birth. He had unraveled the mysteries of the world, blah, blah, blah. Original storyline, Kakashi would graduate, Ninja War. Wait, Kakashi graduated before the Ninja War?
No. Not canonically.
Don't Max, can we get a fucking fact check on that?
What's this? What's this? I was talking to my nieces. What are we back
Which
checking?
thing?
The author is claiming that Kakashi graduated before the third Ninja War started.
Kakashi fought in the third Ninja War, but he graduated at like 8, while the rest of the kids were 11.
Yeah.
So he was 3 years younger than Obito and Rin, but Rin was still crushing on him. And he was a Chunin already and was already being taught by Minato. He was made a Jonin while they were Chunin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they weren't a
That's-
team until he was already a Chunin. I'm guessing the implication is that the bell test was to make sure they can work together. But Kakashi was basically the apprentice of Minato, and Obito and Rin lost their third teammate.
Probably. With his adult level learning ability, the Ninja Academy basic jutsu was already second nature to him. Yeah, so this is another really funny thing, is that a lot of people think adults learn stuff easier. Nah. Nah. The only reason why kids don't outstrip us in learning shit is because they have the attention span of a fucking butterfly.
Also, they have more to learn.
Well, yes, they have more to learn, but they also, but like they have a massive advantage because when you're young, your neuroplasticity is off the fucking
Neuroplasticity.
charts.
Oh yeah.
That's why
Well, this is
it was
why.
a constant thing. If you want your kid to learn the language, you got to start them young.
Yeah.
Start them young. Yep.
Like you want them to be able to speak more than just their native language, you need to start from a young age.
But yeah, that's why you'd think the whole adult mind in a child body would allow for accelerated learning.
No.
But you're also fighting child attention span, so maybe you'd have the
Also-
discipline to do that, or maybe you wouldn't.
Also, neuroplasticity is not just a chemical thing.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
physical
mentality thing.
And chemical.
Like,
No. What?
Mentality is
No,
just
no.
set in your ways.
Yes, but
stubborn.
that's literally no, but that's actually literally neuroplasticity. You being set in your ways is your brain unwilling to make new connections in its neurons. That's quite literally a 1-to-1. We've been able to prove that. Is that
Yeah.
people who have higher neuroplasticity are more willing to change their opinions. Just yeah. So again, a lot of the stuff that people think is philosophically mental, it's all biological, all chemical based, completely controlled by the biology of the body. And sure, when you're talking about isekais and reincarnations and whatever, or as the South likes to say, reincarnations.
Mm-hmm.
Reincarnation.
Well, sorry, I'll also include Chicago's name for it. Second debt.
wait, hang on, what?
Bro's just slinging out shit to see if anyone's listening.
Me
Man, I've just
chucking
been
flashbangs into each corridor.
Listen, I have been listening partially at best for the last 10 minutes because I blew my nose and then my ear popped and I couldn't unpop it, and
I
oh
know
my
that
god,
feeling.
that is pain.
Yeah.
Oof.
Do you ever do the ear pump?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, you pump your ear.
You put your thumb over your ear canal, and you create a pressurized environment, and then you rapidly press your thumb in and out, creating a pump.
No.
Oh, I just do that with my palm.
That
Yeah,
sounds,
same.
Palm.
that sounds a little dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hilariously
If you're
dangerous.
careful, it works fine.
You
What's
know,
that
you're
little
just, you're
danger?
just one small fuck up from a ruptured eardrum. Yeah,
Yeah, I
no
mean,
big deal.
if the pressure's
Yeah,
high
yeah,
enough,
he'll-
you could trigger
yeah.
a cascade failure in your eardrum, but, easy come, easy go.
It is what it is. It happens.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
How'd that work?
let's not recommend
That's
dangerous
not how that
ways
works.
to pass the time.
That's exactly how it works.
No, it isn't.
I can't recommend dangerous things to pass the time with? Well, then what the fuck are we doing on this podcast at all?
Yeah. This is a danger for our mental state.
Well, we're running away from the fact that this is a podcast that's supposed to be about looking at bad fan fiction.
Yeah, that's true.
We're running
Are we
away from
teaching
bad fan fiction? That sounds good.
No,
Yes.
no, no,
Yeah.
no. We're running away from the responsibilities of looking at bad fan fiction.
Mmm.
Do
We
have
will
to
never
So that's
escape
We
bad.
have
the
a
bad fan fiction.
responsibility to look at it.
The only way you escape the bad fan fiction is to just get off the internet 100%. Hold there.
Yeah.
Never go again.
No, I can't. Do
No,
that.
actually, see, the problem you have with that, Max, is that if you want bad fan fiction in real life on a printed book, all you have to do is go into the female section.
And they hated him because he spoke the truth.
You can also just go to Amazon's self-published page and
I was
just
just gonna say
throw
you
a
could also
garden
just do
board.
that.
Yeah.
forget.
Yeah.
Remember, this I don't know if this will live in anyone else's brain for a while, but don't forget the witch's warrior, Sneaky.
Oh my god.
That book is lying around somewhere.
By that
in
Naruto
online.
author, yeah.
Yep.
What?
Oh god.
That book, that physical book is still lying somewhere around my
Oh
belongings.
god.
I don't know where it is. It's gonna jump scare me at some
Does
point.
that
It's
still
sure-
exist?
Oh no, no, that listing disappeared years ago.
Oh wait, did it really?
I'm pretty sure it did. Who knows? Maybe he brought it back, but let me do a quick search.
Warrior Witch, Warrior Witch. I mean, if it does exist, it's definitely fucking buried at this point.
Hang on, I can go through my Amazon order history. No, I don't want groceries. Fuck off, Amazon. Do not hit me with your ads.
Not blocking the ads.
There it is. I forgot. Wait, what do you mean? It's good news, Sneaky. He brought the listing back for $5.38.
Oh,
Oh.
good.
I also forgot that it was misspelled. It's not
Drop
witch
it.
is possessive, it's witches plural. I purchased this edition on October 11th, 2017.
Drop the link for it because I can't pull this up here. Yeah.
Why did
Oh,
you buy the
God.
swap?
We were making fun of this one Naruto fanfic author, and he's like, "Hey guys, if you liked my story, check out my original fiction."
Oh, well,
He's
that was
still
fun.
using that fucking cover, is he?
Yep.
Oh my god, he is.
Damn.
Good news, boys. This does have Prime delivery.
Oh,
No.
Look,
Excellent.
customer
Hey,
Sad
Sign,
bastard.
what's your address?
Don't you do it.
That's a wait. I can get it from PayPal.
Don't you fucking do it.
Do it. It'll be funny.
Fanfics?
I'm gonna send him
Oh,
so
God,
many
this is
candy
awful.
dicks.
You say
you-
that like I've never gotten candy dicks before. I
Would
got
you
an
like
entire bag of
Would you
gummy
like to
Why the
worms.
fuck
Why?
did you get a bag?
You like putting dicks in your mouth? Interesting.
It was a joke gift from my friends. They
Yeah, I
told
was
me
gonna say
eat
that's
a
the kind of
dick
thing.
and
No,
then
hang on. That is exactly the kind of thing that friends would send to you.
Oh, I mean, it's literally the thing.
they
Yeah.
You
they
send
told
the
me eat a dick. Here's a bag of them.
Exactly. And I
Okay,
bet they
but
were
why the
delicious,
fuck
weren't
is
they,
there a
Sign?
bag?
No, they were terrible. They were
Yeah,
dog
that
shit.
that about
They were
tracks. Yeah,
Haribo gummy bear.
yeah, sugar
Oh,
free.
were they the
Yeah.
Oh god. I imagine you had the shits for a minute.
Yes, you know that infamous review on Amazon. It
Yes,
was bad.
yes,
Oh, it's
yes.
real.
Everyone is
I
aware
know.
of the review.
Yeah, we're aware. Yeah. Hmm.
Huh.
So I'm gonna send this
Huh.
specific screenshot just to Atin
With the shitty parts being human. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
because this is from everyone's favorite schizophrenic.
Hmm.
On my friends list that I've known since high school. That guy, and
Looks like Infant has sniffed him out.
yes, he did indeed sniff him. 100% AI, 80% AI with the shitty parts being human, 20% AI. Everything is really shitty, like an AI was used for grammar and phrasing.
Huh.
And he was failing on the mark.
Huh.
Oh. Man, we gotta
I
have an
see.
AI fucking square eventually on the bingo.
We
Yes,
might actually
yeah.
have to someday add that in, yeah.
Need
Yeah.
to put an
Because
AI
it's getting
square.
more and more used.
Well, I mean, that's inevitable.
And we'll also at Infant every single time to make sure we're gonna get it. So if anyone's gonna know, it's him.
Of course. Jesus, what the fuck is wrong with my internet?
This is what happens when dudes have too much free time. Thanks, Atin.
Instead of going,
The fucking thing he posted in shitpost. When dudes have too much free time. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, this Naruto author was, hey guys, check out my really cool, awesome original story, and that's the fucking cover. By the way, he didn't even post the cover. He posted a screenshot of the cover as the cover.
Yeah.
Wait, what's this guy's name?
Ezeke Todd Norris.
Shit.
What?
Insanity Madness. That tantalizing power gifted to only those who are
Oh,
consumed
stop
by
reading the
pain
summary
and
of that
greed.
terrible book.
They are granted the power to take back life at a cost. They lose their own humanity, losing their will to the abyss that called them. One human is infected with madness, and even with another power in him, he is slowly consumed as he fights for his friends. Watch as Samson battles the forces of darkness despite having half the light. Will Samson overcome insanity, or will he be devoured by madness? You know, I think we should report this seller for daring to put language English.
Yes.
Obviously Dutch.
Me when I smell someone who's Dutch. Death.
But yeah, no, he no, Max, you never wrote a review for his story. I can't believe you.
I never made it past page like 30.
Then you should say that in your review.
Fuck you, I'm not reviewing shit on Amazon. Tell you what, I'll buy you a copy of the book. You do it.
Well, no, I can't, because then I won't be an authorized purchaser of it.
Actually, if he sends it to you as a Kindle one, it will say that you received
There is no
a
Kindle.
There is no
copy.
Kindle.
Oh, sweet God, there's not.
There's no
Well,
Kindle
hardcover
anymore.
only. I mean, paperback only.
This thing, this dude
Oh,
published
God.
this book well before Kindle started doing the
That's true.
self-publishing
Yeah.
through Kindle itself.
Yeah.
Oof.
I think, oh yeah, publication date, April 29th, 2016. Self-publishing on Kindle didn't become easier until like 2018, 2019, I
Yeah,
think.
around there.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that this thing has an official ISBN is hilarious.
You know what he is? He is actually a casualty of the engulfing silence.
Yep.
The fuck is that?
So, engulfing
author.
silence is another Naruto author who went on to try and write his own original stories, and around that time he announced his attempt to do so. A bunch of other Naruto authors also announced their own attempt at writing original stories, and they're all awful because they all were writing fan fiction, and then they tried to write an original story without like shifting gears at all. So all of their original stories read like fan fiction.
Yep.
That's
Sounds right.
rough.
Yeah, it was bad. His stories were so bad that he eventually came back to fan fiction and was like, "Hey guys, please read my
my
original
story."
story. I'm gonna
Update your
stop
fan fiction."
updating my fan fiction if you don't buy. If I don't make 1,000 book sales this month, I won't update my fan fiction."
He actually
Should
did
get
that.
fucked, cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
he
did.
actually did
I
that.
have not seen, read, or looked at anything of his accounts that's so damn long.
Yeah, no
Jesus
one
Christ.
has.
That's sad.
Yeah, then he started like with each chapter, he would like lower the amount. If 100 people buy my book, I'll update this story.
If 70 people buy my book, I'll
It's really-
update the story.
I really hate the fact that he was how I actually found DxD as well, with his fucking Naruto crossover.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Fuck.
Well, I mean, he was back in the day. He's one of those classic time waster guys where you read his stories not because they were good, but because they wasted time. And as a 20-something-year-old, that's what you had a lot of back in then. You had a lot of time to waste. But now that none of us are 20 anymore,
Yes.
now that Sign's turning 60,
No,
I
I'm
was
fucking
waiting
not.
for that to come up.
Yeah, come on. He's turning 70.
You.
you're right. My bad. Apologies, Grand Elder Sign. For these eyes could not see Mount Lee with the age of the wrinkles upon your brow.
It's Mount Time, motherfucker.
It's about Lee with how it used to be Lee when you were young.
No, it used to be. You mother.
Bro fell for
Eat
it.
a dick.
He has revealed himself to be a wushu nerd.
Indeed.
I mean,
Anyway,
written
so
confirmation
the
story.
author goes on to make the main character OC totally badass Lamau, pawn everyone else, blow everyone else out of the water. He got 90 points. What does 90 points mean? Who the fuck knows? But he got 90 of them. And he's using his total elite hacksaw transmigration skills of being an adult in a child's body to skip the parts of being a child that would obviously make him a child. Now, I will say, I do like stories that do that shit, where the person comes in being like, haha, I'm an adult in a kid's body, I'm gonna do all these, like, really complex plans and become powerful. And, like, they get pretty decently far into these plans, but throughout the story, a lot of the problems that crop up while executing these plans end up being the fact that they're actually a kid. Like, sure, they have the memories of being an adult, but they're still a kid, biologically. So they make emotional decisions, they make irrational leaps of judgment, they are really impatient, they make mistakes with trying to bull rush things or force things into place instead of being, patient and methodical about something. And I do enjoy the
Well, not
stories.
just that, but you're
but-
also going to be limited by a child's biology. Like,
I mean, that really depends on the series because, if you're like doing DxD story and you're like, you incarnate as a devil, child's biology is a very big suggestion.
You're a shapeshifter with imagination magic. Like, what You're whatever you want to fucking be. There's literally fish people devils that look like fish people.
So it's
Yeah.
Changeling the Dreaming.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's like, yeah, they're children technically, but we don't really know how much of that is them following some sort of biological hierarchy, and how much of that is them kind of just like maturing as a magical entity.
Yeah.
A Cruel is using novel AI, I believe.
Ah,
But yeah, he's been busy, doing Indian things, I assume.
Tech support.
so he's getting hired by Elon. Gotcha.
Howling Banshee Fuku.
Howling Banshee sounds familiar.
That's because that's a Warhammer faction.
No,
it's a.
I mean, in like the Naruto section, I feel like I read one of someone.
I'm
by something called
more
Howling
pointing
Banshee.
out about the Howling Banshees in Fuku
Yeah.
Ah,
that Atin posted.
I thought you were talking about
Oh,
Fanfiction with his name.
No, it's a
No.
whole thing. That just happens to be the bottom of the page. But someone did a bunch of Sailor Moon 40k shit, and I was like, oh, this actually isn't bad.
It's nice, isn't it?
No, you'll appreciate Sailor Bad Moon.
Alright, I think I've seen this before. Hold on.
What's
I'm posting
what,
this here
channel did you
because
put that in?
this is actually incredibly in character for Ilyasovil.
True.
Rose looking at her going, what the fuck is she on about?
What is she smoking, and how do I get some?
Call it as a
smells
Yeah.
cup
great.
and not a tiny
Yep.
goblin.
Irisville would.
Okay,
The best
I
part.
don't think you've made this joke yet. I don't think you've brought up goblets yet in your story for your Isekai Normie story. Sign. You
No.
have to make this joke. You have to make the characters talk about a goblet for a while. And then eventually, like, he's ready for, like, this cup that he has to take responsibility for, and it's just a fucking goblin kid.
The goblin child.
They're just like two
Tiny
guards,
goblin child.
like talking, like it's fucking, like any other RPG. Just like, it's fucked up that goblet's not a tiny goblin; it's just a cup. Are we really bringing
What are
this
you
up right now? Do you have any better things to talk about?
Really? Again? You're bringing this up again?
Hmm.
The lady, it's like, well, what do you think about it? I don't know, man. Man, you gotta have an opinion. I should read.
Anyway.
Yeah, so, blah, 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 no one really cares. Suddenly he gets a, text pop-up of the gamer system unlocking. Enough energy has collected, starting the Perfect Life Simulator. Current attempts, 1, do you wish to begin Perfect Life Simulation? Okay, I got it. I gotta see what this guy's idea of gamer system is. Mechanical female voice in his ear.
It's Hero,
With
isn't it?
zero spacing. Good
Told
job.
him all of the information he ever needs to know. That's literally what it says here. I mean, the author's just like, it told him all the information he needs to know.
The information
Doesn't tell
detailed
us.
the simulator and its basic usage.
Yeah.
Well, no, it does.
Okay.
Shizumi could simulate once within 10 days. Wait, what?
Yeah. the simulation would begin when he started it, and it would project forward in time. After each simulation, 3 random choices would appear from which he could select an item in the simulator. Items in the simulator were not fixed. Anything he encountered in the simulator could appear in the 3 choices. And this somehow means he could draw bloodlines?
Alright, I'm eating my food.
Understandable.
Author is an idiot.
So apparently he could do something once every 10 days, and
Oh,
when he
fuck.
did that, he would be able to get awarded with something that appeared in the thing he did. And Oren,
Okay,
bro is setting
so-
up the most complicated fucking. It's a
Yep.
gotcha raid, okay? It's a gotcha
gotcha.
raid.
Ew.
It's Coil, but Coil randomly gets to keep one of the 3 things that he stole.
Ew.
Not
Nah,
No,
really?
no, it's not even
No.
no, dude, it's literally a gotcha raid. Once every 10 days, some random shit happens in this simulation. He has to like fight it or evade it or something, and by encountering it in the simulation, it gets added to the possible loot table when he makes it to the end of the simulation. And at the end of the simulation, it rolls 3 things from the loot table, and he gets to pick one of them.
That's so stupid.
What?
Exactly! That is what the rest of us said, Kaz.
welcome to the party. Mm.
It's the collab account between Stannis and Tojo. I knew we knew Morgoth.
Oh.
Oh, that's right! That fucking story, the burning leaves under the tree. We even covered it with them on here, and I shit all over them for it. Yeah, I remember now. I remember that now. Yeah.
Mm.
And then we made fun of Stannis and him kidnapping small children and putting them in the basement.
Ah, yes.
As you do to your friends.
As one does, yeah, obviously. Oh. Oh. Oh.
What are you owing now?
Wow. Well, it's a bunch of words that I don't know if I can say on Twitch or not, so I'm just going to put this into the news section here.
Oh dear.
And everyone can enjoy these squiggly lines representing bad things upon screen.
Oh, is that the thing I posted yesterday about specific types of injuries?
No, it's even worse than that.
Yeah, gonna need that to be reviewed multiple times before I panic about anything even remotely like that. Don't get me wrong, if it's true, it's alarming, but
I mean, it's already in the
Term
medical
that
review
it
journal.
calls-
this article is a
Oh,
preprint and
yeah,
has
yeah,
not
I
been
saw
certified
this.
by peer review.
Okay.
I've
Yeah,
seen
but
this.
peer review is bullshit these days.
No, peer review is not.
No, it's
No,
not.
no,
It
no.
reports-
Hear me.
No,
out.
okay,
No,
sign.
peer
Shut
review,
up. This entire
no.
thing. It reports new medical research that has yet to be evaluated and so should not
Yes.
be used to guide clinical practice.
Yes.
So shut up, sign.
Don't fucking
But
say
Sign
it.
also has a point, and the problem is that people have exposed weaknesses in the past in the peer review system for medical journals by
Yes.
They
using
were
purely
buying
ideological
positive reviews.
postings
And that.
and sex for reviews.
Yes.
Yes.
Like I said, it's been made into bullshit. It used to be good. It's become corrupt. So it's
It's
like
it's
the
not
fact checkers.
corrupt, it's compromised. There's a level between
yes,
corruption and compromisation.
Yeah.
Compromisation means that there is suspect on most things. Corruption means it's blatantly not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But either way, this is a brand new
Mm.
piece of information, which
I
as
would
most
like to see a
sensible-
lot of information on, but yeah.
I would like to see some study done, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
like I
was
said,
saying,
that's
don't get me
that's
wrong.
why I didn't say any
Something
of it
that
out
requires-
loud, because I know how
Yeah.
Twitch and YouTube are about saying
Yeah,
such
yeah.
things
Yeah.
that are not
Yeah,
proven
Like I
by
said,
science out loud.
That's
Yeah,
why
I saw this in the
when
same
people
day where
started
I s-
going, "Oh, what?" I was specifically like,
Yeah.
"Guys, come on."
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I saw this on
well-
the same day that I saw on the news that in Queensland the government is trying to start a view tax. So if you've got a good view on your apartment or housing or anything, they're going to tax you for that.
What do you mean?
Excuse you?
Yeah, in Queensland, which is the biggest holiday home retirement state of Australia,
Jesus
basically.
Christ.
You will be taxed for your
For having a good view. Yes, a
Sure.
view tax.
You
And
know
they-
what? You know what you can do is you can start up a business called the Bad View LLC, and you
Where
Yeah.
go
start ruining
around
views.
and ruin
Ruining the
views
view.
for payment.
I'll
Yeah, I'm
make
not in
this fish to look
Queensland. I can't
proper terrible.
afford Queensland, unfortunately. But that could work. Apparently, there's going to be like monthly marches with basically entire cities coming around saying, "Why the fuck are you doing this?"
because they
Amazing.
want money.
Yeah.
Because they
Anyway,
reason for
so
doing it.
so we finally have the system here. So so the box appears in front of him if he wishes to start a perfect life simulation. And so he could simulate once every 10 days, and in a month he could run several simulations, which would be enough. I don't know why in a month he would be able to run several simulations unless the simulations stack.
That's what I was trying to tell you.
Well,
The
no.
it's running 10 days at a time.
Yeah, I was supposed to say it runs 10 days, then he runs another for 10 days, and so on and so forth, right?
Yeah.
That's what it's saying.
No,
So, i.e.,
he gets access to one simulation every 10 days.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And-
Once every 10 days. So he can run multiple simulations a month. In the month
No.
of February,
No.
No, he says here after all, he could simulate it once every 10 days. Okay, no, in a month he could run several. Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the author was saying like at the start he could only run one simulation at a time, but in several months he would be able to run multiple simulations at a time.
oh,
But
no.
no.
It really says a
No.
lot about the author that in a perfect life simulator, it's not no responsibilities and able to have whatever he wants to gambling. His perfect life is gambling.
Yes. The
Well,
result of a perfect life is
Oh.
gambling.
I can't comment on that first one. We know
I
what
can't
that
stop
is.
winning.
No.
But
Aw, damn it.
Anyway, so he
Ah.
starts his perfect life simulation, and so the perfect life simulator proceeds to perfectly simulate his life. Day 1, you feel your strength gain is too slow, and there's no hope of mastering your destiny in a few years. You decide to defect from Konoha and establish the Uchiha clan in the Hidden Cloud. So he says this earlier, in where he's thinking about going to the Hidden Cloud to escape the Third War. So the
That's a
perfect life
mistake.
simulator apparently implements his ideas he had before doing the simulation as part of a simulation of what would happen if he did that, I
His
guess.
power is
Okay.
daydreaming, except he gets something out of it. Great.
Yeah. You pack your belongings and leave. And then you go Roguenin, and then you're caught by the pursuit team, badly wounded, but you manage to escape. You arrive in Cloud. You're given accommodation. Your background is confirmed, and you're welcomed in. You're assigned 3 government wives.
Yep. We need to breed those that Sharingan.
Yep.
And then
Why would he get
except,
permanent wives and not just be tied up and ridden until he dies?
because
Well,
fuck you.
You get more out of somebody who's willing to cooperate than somebody
Yeah.
I
who's-
guess.
They
Yeah.
don't need more though. They can just figure out shit on their own in
It's-
Hidden Cloud.
well,
They don't care.
It's the difference
He's a-
between if they captured Sasuke and if they captured Hinata. Hinata
Yeah.
would
Is-
get tied up and raped. Sasuke would be given wives and told to reproduce.
No, he wouldn't.
Yes, he would. It's much
would.
simpler.
If he was young enough and pliable
is-
enough, he would.
Yeah.
Men are easier to control. I'm sorry.
Also,
in
it's
that way.
not-
Much simpler to just tie him up, have women ride him, and then use his children as easily manipulated
you-
fucking shit.
You're
It's
missing the point.
faster.
If they do that, then they have to watch him 24/7. If he's
Yep.
already comes to them, you're missing the point. If he's
Hmm.
already come to them,
He's certainly coming to
Saying,
them.
I
Oh,
will
shut the fuck up.
shut up. Saying,
I knew
I
someone
will
was gonna make that
I
joke.
will give you the thing that you want in return for you protecting me. All they have to do is keep Kuronin from killing him.
Yeah.
And they're already trying to keep them out of the village anyway. So that's not going to be that's not some extra additional burden on them. Maybe they have to step up security for a few months, but it's not some massive
Mm.
imposition on them.
Or
Right?
he could
And
just
if-
go, "Hey, you being in the village is more
no,
is
Shut
more
up for a
annoying,
minute.
brings
Shut up
more
for a minute.
trouble. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna keep
yeah,
you
he
in the
could
way."
just be a massive retard and hold the retard ball so hard he shoves it through his own chest. He could do that.
Yes, that's theoretically possible. But from a village perspective, a guy comes to you and says, I'll give you the thing you want, just keep them from killing me and let me live my life in peace. And they'll go, yeah, sure, we'll assign an Anbu or two to you. They'll keep you alive. Just make sure that you pump out a few kids.
You
And
also
guess
have to
what?
keep
There's
in
3
mind
wives
that
to
a
do
lot
it.
of techniques for the Uchiha are actually passed down by word of mouth. So there wouldn't be a case of, oh, we'll just figure it out, because it took the Uchiha several hundred years to figure it out.
Yeah.
So
Is it
Well,
word of
there's-
mouth? I thought it was
you-
written down in language that only the Sharingan can read.
It is.
it is,
also
but it's
written
only
down
written
under
down
the
in one
shrine.
location and no one knows about that. So as far as Cloud knows, it's word of mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even if Cloud somehow knew about the magic secret vault that only a Sharingan can read, it doesn't do them
They
any
can't
good
get into it.
until this guy pumps out a few Sharingan users.
That doesn't make
Right.
sense to me because, like, why would you not just have your entire library like that so that no one can steal your techniques that you steal from everyone else?
Because then only
edgy.
the people with the Sharingan can read it.
Yeah, and that's a
well,
clan thing. People without the
no.
Sharingan are treated lesser.
Yeah, but apparently it's multi-level drifting, because apparently the stone, it reveals one thing to Sharingan users, one thing to
Renegon.
Mangekyo Sharingan users, and then another thing to Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan.
And then
Yeah,
another thing
it's
to Renegon
tiered.
users, I'm pretty sure.
I think so, yeah.
I think it does. Yeah.
And then it's all wrong because of Zetsu.
So you have to
Yeah.
keep in mind
Yeah,
that,
Zetsu
again,
did
yeah,
fuck
they
with it.
probably don't even know how to make that technology, and so it's kind of more of a case of someone really long ago figured this shit out, probably then immediately died after, not betrayed, but then was just, fucking went out on a patrol that night and got fucking shot in the head before they could make the Rubik's Stone of how to
Yeah.
translate this shit to other stuff.
I still
Um,
feel like it being more trouble because you don't hear about anyone except for Kakashi having a rogue Sharingan or anyone except for that one guy from Mist having a rogue Byakugan. So it
Yes.
feels like they take that really seriously. So even a deserter would just get hunted down. Like it'd be easier for Kumo.
he
just to
did get
have
hunted
him-
down.
Yeah, and it'd be easier for Kumo just to lock him up in a dungeon and just have some women willingly ride him.
But again, no, it's not, because
But
this
that's
is a
literally
Sharingan
what they
user.
did. They said, hey, here's your government wives. Please have lots of sex with them.
No.
Because
He's
again-
saying don't go with the government wives. He's saying have all the women who want to rape him instead. This would be super easy. It's not. You're
Why are we
fighting
bringing?
against somebody
Why
who
are we
would
No,
not be
constantly
there.
bringing up
because-
tying him up and
Because this idiot brought it up. Because he's missing the point that they give him a couple of people, they put him in a penthouse, and guess
Yeah.
what? You now have a cooperative individual.
Also, yeah, he
Exactly,
also
somebody who
ran
wants to be
to
there.
them for the purpose of, it's
If you
Now-
don't
Wants to
do
be there,
that,
he
then
came
you've got
there.
a Sharingan user that you're going to have to keep a permanent watch on, not guarding him, but guarding against him because it
Yep.
is a Sharingan user.
But but
But that's like
again,
the
you have to keep in
Genjutsu
mind, as I
shit.
said when I brought it up, as far as everyone knows, the only people who know this is not the truth is, as far as everyone knows, the only way to pass on how to use the Sharingan to another Sharingan person is by literally fucking telling them. So they can't just sit him there and rape him day in and out until everyone's pregnant with his babies and they have a whole clan's worth of Sharingan users, because then they
need
won't
him to
have a
train the
Sharingan
babies.
to use, because he has to instruct them how to use it, because it's all word of mouth. There's no scroll they can steal to get this technique. It's all word of mouth, which means he has
Sure.
to be
His
helpful,
cooperation.
enjoyable, and cooperative.
Yep, they need him the entire time, not just
Unlike the
turn out
Byakugan.
babies.
The
Which-
problem is though, he's
Unlike the
a
Byakugan,
child who
yes.
would not know really anything until he unlocks his Sharingan and is trained in it.
What, didn't he unlock it?
Isn't he in the academy? Like, how has he unlocked it?
That doesn't
Oh,
mean he
you
hasn't
forget,
unlocked
because
it.
he's unlocked
That's
it because
wartime.
he's a super special transmigrator 9000
He
Also-
made it very
advanced
clear.
intellect.
He's
Yeah.
unlocked it.
Also,
Hmm.
there were kids like Itachi who unlocked theirs really early.
Itachi
Yeah.
saw a
Just
war zone.
because.
That's why.
Yes.
Yes,
Itachi
exactly.
literally saw a war zone. Like,
And the author is
But
the main
they-
character, OC protagonist
Yeah.
9000.
Like, they did have ways of unlocking it back when there were a lot of them, usually through genjutsu and terrifying their kids into
Yeah, that
unlocking
too.
it.
Yeah.
mm.
So again, multiple ways they can do it, multiple reasons for them where it's simply easier for them to just keep the person
Also, Cloud
happy.
literally doesn't know how to unlock the Sharingan.
Yeah, no.
Imagine being a cloud ninja.
They just know it exists.
Like,
Infinite
again,
L's.
when you've got someone prisoner, the thing that takes less resources is the thing that keeps them happy, because a compliant
Yep.
prisoner is not one that you have to watch.
I mean, he's not a prisoner at that point. He's
Yes,
a
Yes.
it's an active
co-conspirator.
collaborator. The
Anyway,
the
so,
active collaborator
Day
doesn't have to be watched.
362. You have many offspring created through special medicine fed to you by Medical Ninja. It extracts the cells and create offspring. You are happy to have expanded family, but your potential is questioned because you have never shown off Sharingan. You are troubled because nothing seems to simulate the awakening of your eyes. Okay, so fair enough. He showed up without his eyes awoken. There is
Okay.
no one important to you. Your attempt to escape fails. Extreme martial faction in Hidden Cloud demands that you take secret medicine to simulate awakening of Sharingan. You know that without Sharingan you are useless. You search for Ikage but fail, and take medicine. You successfully awaken Sharingan. Due to effect of secret medicine, you die. Okay, so apparently... Okay, so apparently the Perfect Life Simulator keeps going, because it went for a whole fucking year.
Yeah.
Apparently
I thought
the
it was only supposed to
simulation...
simulate 10 days.
No, the simulation only works every 10 days,
Yeah.
but it will
Once every 10
simulate...
days, he gets to input a set of parameters, and it will immediately.
Well, no, he
play
doesn't
that
input a set of parameters. It just
He just has
starts
to base it.
simulating.
Yes. He goes simulate, and it goes from whatever decision he's pondering, and it goes, you could do this. And it will play that out until the end of days.
Yeah, I guess until he dies, and so anyway, he
Feed him the
dies, and it's
result.
calculating result. Please choose
And
reward.
If I've
Secret
understood
medicine,
this author's stupidity,
ordinary kunai, or one tomo Sharingan.
yeah, see exactly what I thought. Anything that appeared in that full run of the simulation, he gets to pick.
Honestly, see, the funniest
yeah.
thing is that this would be, like, super exploitable, because what you would do here in this reward is you would pick one Tomo Sharingan. Then in 10 days, you still wouldn't leave Konoha, and you would simulate leaving Konoha again.
Do it again.
And then you
And
would
get the
just keep
medicine
simulating
and
you
everything.
leaving Konoha again and again and again, and seeing what you get out of it, but never actually leaving Konoha. So you get all of the... And you're probably going to get vastly different and upgrading levels of Hunter Nin set after you to try and recover you. And
Yeah.
so what that means
Yep.
is because you're going to get the RNG chance of everything you've seen, the less shit you actually see before
Copy
you
those
die, the better.
techniques.
So if the only thing you see before you die is the Hunternin that you're fighting, means you have a high likelihood of actually picking them up as one of your RNG chances, meaning you actually have a high likelihood of getting a lot of powerful bloodline-based abilities without any demerit to your standing or ability
Wait.
in Konoha.
Did it say it could give you bloodlines?
Yes,
yes, it
it
did.
It can
specifically
give him
said that.
anything.
Oh. Oh, damn.
Anything that he saw in the simulations.
The whole thing is stupid. I'm getting my food. Author's a moron.
True. I will also be departing. Good night.
Die. But yeah, so anyway, this is just an incredibly cringe story. Will everything that happens in simulator change depending on items I receive? Will everything that happens in the simulator
Obviously.
change depending
Yes,
on
because now
items?
that he's got a Sharingan, he doesn't need to take the secret medicine, so he learns more about
Shimizu
shit
tried
from
to
Kuma.
communicate with the simulator, but it was a lifeless object. Shimizu gave up asking further questions. Yeah, like,
just
this is
do
like,
it and
you,
find
like,
out,
Jesus
retard.
Christ, you are fucking stupid. Like, we figured this out in 3 fucking seconds. Holy shit, dude.
And he got told, and he literally, like in the story, got told everything he needs to know.
Yeah,
Absolutely
everything he needs to know about the simulator and the basic usage of it. And apparently, you aren't able to understand that the simulator will take into account changes made to you after using the simulator?
Apparently not. Moron. Author
Like,
knows nothing.
how would that be
We've
useful?
already got authors. We've already got authors know nothing sign.
I know.
Ah.
It's crazy. It's really crazy how we encounter these like consecutive stories that are just like the same 3 things over and over again. But yeah, so anyway, Author is really stupid, and so he gets power up. He could feel a new power in his eyes, a power known as eye power. Yeah, Author, you are real, yeah. A second solo leveling themed Naruto story, unannounced crossover if anyone has that.
I think I do.
Naruto gains the power of the Shadow
it
Monarch
unannounced,
from
though?
his mother. Konoha bashing. Okay, so bashing if we have that. Bashing.
Do I have
Mainly
bashing? Yes, I have bashing.
elders, Sasuke, Kakashi, Kiba. Summary inside! Let's go!
Woo!
I got summary inside, but I don't have the other 2.
Damn, now all we need is a cross post and a random author's note.
Oh wait, I do have a
I
level
need a few
crossover.
more than that.
I've got orbs.
You got gems for us. And orbs.
You ain't getting that out of today.
Have we had bad grammar?
Hello, Gray.
Yo.
Hi, Gray.
I've read and
Hello.
watched Solo Leveling. I even started a solo leveling themed story called I Am Monarch. I have story now on hiatus, but I've lost muse for it, so I decided to start another story about solo leveling. Naruto will now be the monarch. Naruto will leave Konoha at 12 and return at 18 and not be Konoha Shinobi. This will be AU setting with some events.
Now, to be fair, solo leveling.
V2!
Ah, V2.
That's
God damn
4
it, why-
things out of 1 story. Joy.
Why are we?
Oh, music video!
Do I have music?
Didn't we take
There
that
you go.
out?
I think we did. That's
We took
crazy.
music video off, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
crazy.
can we say the last one was flashbang by words?
No.
Because we did kind of get everybody with
No.
that one.
No.
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 Damn it.
I am the Ashborn, your ancestor. You are the. There are no other monarchs here.
That sounds stupid already.
Yes.
Song
does.
ends. Will I consider that as an author's note because he randomly includes that in the middle of the fucking narrative?
Okay.
I will. Random author's note.
I don't have that. I've got randomly abusive and random omni being.
Random ANs. There we go.
Perfect, he's all
Author-
yours, Naruto says, and Fox charges Roaring Bear. It needs name, he says, beginning think of one. Shadow Fox leap for throat of bear, latches on bear, swipes at its shadow body, but it isn't enough when Fox rip open its throat, and both crash to ground. Naruto approach now dead bear, and Fox bow its head. Good work, Inari. Oh wow, Inari. You named the fox Inari.
Original.
Very creative. Very
Daring
original.
today.
Good
Arise,
job. Clap.
he
clap.
says, making shadow of bear. He wave his hand to send Inari away, but leaves the bear for shadow exchange before heading back fence, heading for his second destination, that being parents' home. Okay.
Joy.
This would have been my home. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Old man knows this. Brat like you do here. This place isn't for kids. Anko remarks with raised eyebrow, tone curious, mix of annoyance and amusement. Okay. I am hiding, randomly capitalized. Naruto, not capitalized, says, trying to be cowardly. Bold words.
Is this bad grammar?
Yes. Hilariously bad grammar.
And weird random Japanese and the calling Inari, is that weird Japanese honorifics or not? Or
I
does
wouldn't
that have
know.
to actually be honorifics?
It has to be actually honorific.
Damn.
That's a name, not an honorific.
And the random Japanese in the middle as paragraph break I was talking about.
What? Okay, this might be flashbangs by words. Give me a second. Hello, Naruto. I am Mikoto Uchiha, a woman says, catching Naruto at Ichiraku. He turns to a beautiful woman with long, straight black hair, having bangs head on each side of her face, roughly frame her cheeks and black eyes. She wears simple dark purple blouse, red plum skirt. Hello, Naruto says. This meeting would yield Naruto his second most powerful shadow soldier. Okay, so we're just gonna arbitrarily tell everyone what's about to happen before it happens because we're talking about from a How I Met Your Mother timeline.
What the fuck?
And also, Killian, no, we haven't gotten harem yet.
Naruto learns from Mikoto. Oh, so we're just gonna tell the narrative of what
Yeah.
Naruto learns. We're not actually gonna have these characters inform Naruto of anything. We're just going to tell you what he learned. Okay.
So flashbang
that
by
an-
words?
No, is that an
Not
okay
yet.
buddy there?
Okay, buddy.
That's an okay buddy.
I just need, I don't know,
Come on.
POV change and
Give me
random
original
omni being.
fiction.
Naruto learned from Mikoto that in unilateral move, the major shinobi village decided to give next generation a chance to be children and raised age of becoming shinobi to 18. But those who showed strength and mental fortitude could graduate at 16. He learned Mikoto was godmother, but also she knew Mother's secret as Shadow Monarch. She even revealed she is dying and would die in a few years and requested to become Shadow Soldier for him. He agrees to Godmother request, and this request would come 2 years later. Forgive me for forcing such a choice on you, Mikoto says. Oh, so we're just gonna arbitrarily skip 2 years into the future.
In a single
Yeah.
paragraph.
In a single, not even a single paragraph, just between 2 sentences, we're just gonna skip 2 years into the future.
This gave
I-
me cancer.
I made a How I Met Your Mother joke in terms of narrative, and apparently I was fucking right.
Mm.
This gave you cancer, Sneaky.
It's close. It's getting really
What, close?
fucking close.
Is it the author's first fanfic?
It is not.
Unfortunate.
Oh,
I should have
God.
brought up that Mighty Morgoth was Adventure Angst. Does that mean we can write off Angst?
No. Oh God. This someone has been posting since 2011.
Oh God. And he hasn't improved.
That means they're our age.
No, he's your age.
Yes, you're right, Sign. He is not indeed 500 years old.
He's not one of the great elders. No.
Yep.
One of the
You know you
graybeards.
live in 2010. Copy and paste this on your profile if you feel the same. You
What?
accidentally enter your password on a microwave. No.
Who the fuck does that?
No. No one's ever done that accidentally or otherwise.
No.
It's physically impossible to have a password that is 3 to 4 characters long, even in 2010.
I will give you that from using the computer too much. I've looked at the door, gone to open it, and moved my mouse to open the door.
I mean, that's fair. You
Wait,
haven't
wait,
played
fuck.
Solitaire with real cards for years.
Who the fuck plays solitaire?
What does that have to do with being 2010?
I don't know.
I mean, I play a shit ton of Solitaire, but I just...
No, I mean real solitaire. I mean, I get playing it on the computer, but who the fuck
Oh,
plays
yeah.
real solitaire?
I mean, I used to when I was a kid.
No, my
That's
kid
some
game of choice is
boring-ass
Uno with the
shit.
family.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta keep in mind I
Uno's-
hated my
Uno's
family.
great at any age.
Yeah, my family cheated, though, so...
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the point.
The reason for not staying in touch with your friends is they don't have a screen name or MySpace. No, that's called you being a shit friend.
Yeah, just you being
MySpace.
dog shit, yeah.
Oh.
You'd rather
Oh, that-
look all over
ooh.
the house for the remote instead of pushing the buttons on the TV. 2010.
TVs don't come with buttons these days.
No, I mean,
sometimes.
2010 they did.
They
But,
did in
like-
2010,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was, but like, no, so, no, what it was is in 2010, the buttons on the TV didn't affect the cable box. That's what it was in
Yeah.
2010.
Yeah.
Is
that
you
too.
could hit the channels all you want, but all it would do would change the TV channels and not actually the cable channels. And so you
Yeah,
would just
I'll
be
be honest.
scrolling through 30 channels of static and 1 channel of the cable.
We
Yeah.
did that shit in the 80s and 90s too. It's like, you got 5 channels, you want to change channel. It's either find the remote or, boy, get up and change that channel for me. All right.
Yeah, but in the 80s, Sign, it was the remote did the same thing that the TV controls
yes,
did.
that the TV did.
In the
Yeah.
Unless you happen to
2010s,
have
the
It was
remote
different.
was how you
Controlled
got
cable.
to cable.
I got
Yeah.
the cable, yes. I'm
Alright.
aware.
Next, your boss doesn't even have the ability to do your job. That's been since the start of fucking humanities.
That's
My
that's literally
dude,
forever. That's
yeah,
just
that's
management
forever.
in a nutshell.
As you read
Yeah.
this list, you keep nodding and smiling. No, we don't.
No, we
No.
hate you.
As
You read this list, you
sending
think about sending it to your friends. No, we don't. We hate you.
No.
You were too busy
treated-
nodding and smiling to notice number 5.
You scroll back up to see
wow,
if there was a
haha,
number 5.
Got
No, you're
us.
laughing
You
at
missed
that.
number
Number
5,
five.
yeah.
There is no number
Wow,
5.
haha. Now you feel you're laughing at yourself from your stupidity. No, we're not. We're laughing at you. Put this on your profile if you felt that, because I know you did.
No.
Copy and paste the Dragon Ball Pact.
Oh my god, this is one of those idiots. I hate this chain post bullshit.
And he put it in fucking 2023.
Yeah.
He's added shit.
Last updated
Why?
2023, so this shit's still there.
Why?
If you're weird, insane, crazy, odd, freak of nature, psychotic, or random, copy and paste this into your profile.
Law so random.
15 ways to drive people insane. Copy and paste this into your profile if you think this is funny.
No.
I
And
think
that, and
doing
then his
this
last
is
thing
challenging
is
and
a,
insane.
and his last thing is literally a fucking challenge for people
A
to write.
Bleach Naruto challenge.
Trash.
I was once a captain of the Godi 13, now I'm the Hokage of Konoha. Sequel reboot challenge or multiverse challenge. Must be a Naruto
No.
world, but you can spice it up. Naruto can have his name changed if Naruto or Naruko of this world, or even keep the name. Naruto and Anko will have their full Shinigami powers and memories of the previous world. Oh, so I guess we're just assuming Anko is also a Shinigami. Oh, okay.
No, no. He's isn't this just a continuation of some fanfic? Probably one he wrote.
No. No, I don't, maybe. I don't think so.
That's what it sounds like, is he's saying you had to base this on some other fanfic and continue it.
I'm not
Right.
seeing a
Brian
story.
Bike- No,
Oh
there's
yeah,
no
no,
big-
you're right. Yeah. So no, bro literally went
Oh,
out, wrote a
yeah.
230k word story, and then put a challenge to other people to write a sequel for it.
Get fucked, cunt.
Sequel reboot challenge or a multiverse chronicles challenge. Wow. I
That
was
is
looking through the
something
Bleach
else.
section. I went category and was looking at his Bleach fix, but no, it's just pure Naruto it's set as. He didn't put it as a crossover.
Yeah, unannounced crossover, I guess.
Again.
Yeah.
This guy just does unlabeled crossovers.
That's
That's
all
it.
he does. Resident Evil solo leveling Naruto crossover, only as labeled
What
as
the
Naruto.
fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. 16-year-old Naruto is brutally assaulted a week before the Genin exams and has to make a deal with the devil to get healthy again.
He's so fucking dumb.
Is that randomly
Naruto
abusive?
times OC. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna give him random abuse.
Wait, he's got a single one that's set as a crossover, a Naruto Bleach one, Naruto Fox of Chaos.
No, but the worst part is Fox of Chaos V2 is labeled as Naruto only.
Wait, there's a V2?
Yeah, it's called Fox of Chaos Revised. This is terrible. This is the worst.
It is.
We're just gonna put him right into Shitrex.
You're just gonna pull the pin on that grenade and lob it in there.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep. So,
God damn, Elden Ring's still going for $60 on Steam.
I mean, it's still worth it.
Yeah.
That's so dumb.
Sign. Most games don't lower their prices anymore and haven't for the last 10
Yeah.
years.
You literally just gotta wait for the Steam sales, and that's it.
Also, it's a
Otherwise,
Bandai Namco game. They barely lower their prices.
Yeah.
Like, the only time I've ever seen a Bandai game lower its price is if the sequel's already out.
Mm-hmm.
And again,
When
they
is
stopped
the
doing that in the
next
last 10 years. So
Steam sale?
because Dark
March
Souls,
13 to 20.
Dark Souls Prepare to Die was absolutely dropped down to $20, as was actually no Dark Souls 2. I don't think ever dropped down to 20.
We're still going on this shit, eh?
Yes, we are. We
We've
actually
gotten
found a terrible
multiple-
author.
Yeah, we've gotten multiple from him.
He's
Two of
really
them I
bad.
didn't have.
He
We
has
even got
filled
Okay
out
Buddy.
a lot of shit.
Wow.
Wedding Day Drama Summary. It's Harriabelle and Ichigo's wedding day, but someone decided to spoil it.
Yeah, it
Man.
has 2
sorry.
chapters.
Ichigo and Harabelle.
Yeah, I know. I mean, she's fine, but it's like,
Doesn't she hate men?
No.
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 She's just too loyal to Aizen, and she
The,
likes sacrifice a lot.
No,
thinks
she's
that's
not
what-
loyal to Aizen. She's loyal to her word, and she gave her word to Aizen.
No, she's loyal to Aizen because he showed up and saved her and her Frakion from something he created and set up, so that he could get her on his team. And she didn't realize that.
Right, but her loyalty is not out of him saving her or any of that. Her loyalty is out of her saying that she will follow him, and so that's why she follows him. Now, she said she would follow him because he saved her, but the source of her loyalty isn't like being saved or anything. It's her giving her word that she'll be loyal to him. So she's loyal.
Okay.
It's all about shorshing. Despite everything. Apparently, we're just clowning on Tojo in the SDM chat.
And Stannis as well.
So was
Just
that
when I
last
thought I
one
was out,
flashbang
they
my words
pull
or
me
not?
back in. No.
Unfortunate. Did it give us cancer though?
Man.
Yeah, you know what? I will say this summary just gave me cancer.
This gave me cancer. All right.
Wayward Soul summary. Legend speaks when someone dies, a crow carries their soul to the world of the dead, but if something horrible happens, the soul can't rest. The crow brings the soul back to make wrong thing right. Rating M for rape, murder, character death, drug use.
Well.
Jesus.
Featuring Yorichi.
Oh.
I can't imagine what happens in this story.
It's a time and end story.
Yeah.
Author barely fetish.
Yeah.
So author.
You know what? I missed nothing on my bingo card. Literally nothing.
Did you get okay, buddy, bad grammar, randomly
No, that's what I'm
abusive,
saying. Well, I mean, I have bad grammar. Everybody has bad grammar. But, like, okay, buddy, none of those.
unlabeled crossover?
Nope.
There was also 2 more. What were they? Because I didn't have them.
I don't have them.
Hang on, I'm uploading it.
Yeah, bashing. Did we get V2? Because of that Fox
We
one?
got V2.
Yeah, we got
yes.
Vito, yeah.
I got that then.
Yeah,
it's only
no,
fair if I
don't-
click on this and we get a wall of text. That's a wall. God damn, that's a wall of text.
Oh shit!
I wish I could
God
see.
damn it.
But I've been
I do have
I've
that.
been added.
One
Oh
time I
my
don't have.
Oh
full
my
text.
god, it just keeps going. What do you mean 1 year later after he raped her? What do you mean Breaking Benjamin plays?
There's
Tell me.
a lot of words I'm being flashbanged.
That's a flashbang of words.
Flashbang my words. Control F gems for eyes, please. Look for gems. Tell me it's got gems in it.
Orb, maybe?
Rubies, diamonds, sapphires.
No.
Ball bell.
Emeralds.
Doorbell.
I need a no power AU and censored swearing is what I need.
I could go with.
I don't think we're gonna
gems,
find none of
Richard
this guy.
Fiction.
I don't
didn't
think
have
we're
a-
gonna find none of this guy.
We didn't have a cross post happen, did we?
We did not have a cross post
Unlabeled.
happen.
No, we did. We had unlabeled crossover.
We did have an unannounced point of view change, so I think Kaz might have won it.
Oh. No, I need random
No.
omni being or non-chapter.
It wasn't this guy's first fanfic, was it?
It was
Did-
not this
no.
guy's
Nope.
first fanfic.
Did
No.
did Shadow Monarch count as random omni being?
No.
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 Damn.
It had
no.
it had a solo leveling omnipotent being.
Which is
Damn.
not the same thing. That's a system, not a.
Ideally, in order to get that, the author will literally say it's a rob.
It's a rob, yeah.
Mm.
Twilight Fantasy. Naruto lives in the shadow of his brother Boruto, who is the Kyubi Jinchuriki. After losing to Sasuke, Naruto goes west, where he's gonna make a name for himself. Summary inside.
Wait,
Somewhere inside. Wait, no, we
Wait.
already have that.
published.
This story is
2024.
inspired by Naruto going west, but adds in some Naruto abuse. Naruto is the younger twin, but is constantly compared to the older twin, Boruto. The world knows who their parents are and celebrates Boruto as the Kyubi Jinchuriki, as the incident wasn't as bad as canon. Naruto will
Isn't
not
this-
be a Jinchuriki, but will gain his own tailed beast powers. This will also have elements of Tsukimichi Moonlight Fantasy, as well as a bunch of characters, also characters from Bleach. The pair will be Isane, Mio, Tomo, and a dark elf I'm gonna make. Naruto
Does
will
that count
come
as
back
God?
to
canon.
OC canon
OC
and
canon.
does harem?
No, OC canon is for this is my self-insert
My
Rose
sex with
Bloom
Rose.
Potter
Yeah.
and I
What
have
about-
sex with Snape.
What about harem?
I mean, yeah, I mean it is a harem, but is it? Do we have harem?
I have harem. Yes.
All right.
Harem is
And now I only need misunderstood evil villain and wiki.
I need
I-
I need cross post and gems or
Give me
censored
gems.
swearing.
I
in my
mean,
open
everyone
outlet.
can take
That's not
OOC because we got some real OOC shit that just happened in like in numerous chapters, so
I have-
we'll
Yeah.
leave that one out as well.
I have
Unfront the
4
age
ways of
one
getting
need for
bingo. Random AMs.
Yeah,
we got
I-
random AMs.
I look at my fucking sheet here. Like, are you shitting me? It's
1,
like-
2,
I
3,
got
4 ways of bingo.
I
What?
am
I've got Jesus. I've got a cross on there. And 3 of them are bingos.
That story description sounds a
That's
whole
your
lot
sign
like
to
the
go to
old
church, I guess, Kaz.
Harry Potter trope.
Also,
of
and
Rome
you've
Boy
got
Who Lived.
summary inside,
Jesus
random
Christ,
ANs,
Nick, I
and
see-
randomly
I just
abusive.
tuned in the stream. You're like you're hitting everything.
Yeah, it's just like I'm just playing like fucking Minesweeper at
greatest
this
hits.
point. Yeah, Minesweeper. Yeah, just like
I'm currently playing religion. I don't know how.
I'm playing religion. What? Are
Yeah,
you, a
don't
fucking
worry about it.
Okay.
character.
Yes.
Naruto's actions always have deeper motivations. Perhaps he felt overshadowed with Konoha. Shino says, ever observer, he should. He is my inferior twin, which is for some reason capitalized while Boruto is not.
Okay, no, I'm sorry. You can't name the older twin Boruto and then have him have a superiority complex. It's not how this
And
works.
again, Kyubi snorts. It's strange for Naruto to leave just after Sasuke did the thing. They must have been really something pushing him away, Ino chimes in, twirling strand of her blonde hair. Shikamaru is lounging nearby with his hands behind his head. Troublesome. Naruto leaving correlates with his treatment and the failure to bring back Sasuke. Him leaving is not immediate problem, but may create more in the future. What a drag. He says, letting outside. Choji, munching on bag of chips, nods in agreement. Yeah,
Every
I'm
fucking
worried about
time.
him.
Wait, they not only have an extra character who has the Kyuubi's power, but Naruto was on Sasuke's team, and everything went as canon.
Yes.
Yep.
Of course.
Obviously.
Mm.
Don't worry, it's okay. I'm sure Bolt was somebody's apprentice. or
Also,
something.
Hinata is still massively crushing on him, even though Naruto wasn't picked on as a child for being the Kyuubi. Except now apparently he was
No.
picked on as a child for not being the Kyuubi container.
Well, I
Yeah,
thought she liked
right?
him because he defended her when people thought her eyes were weird.
Yeah,
that
but he
was
only
one
defended
thing.
her because he didn't have a family and was wandering around as an orphan.
Oh yeah.
Yes. There's a lot
Yeah,
of reasons
so
Hinata likes Naruto, canonically.
I'm just gonna post a review to this guy's chapter.
Oh, here we go.
I wonder if he.
We should
I
just
wonder if they
make
should.
that.
It's really impressive how there are so many spell checking and grammar checking softwares out there for free. And you still manage to be such a colossal fuck up.
Yeah.
Jeez.
10
Okay.
years into reading and writing fanfics.
Mm. Also, and you missed
You
tweaking
have
anything that you had.
made next
What
to
did I
no
miss?
progress.
Random abusive and ANs summary inside. And with this guy, we probably could have put dark and edgy for a summary
Yeah.
he posted.
But no, I don't
that
have
summary
randomly
was dark and
abusive.
edgy.
I don't have the note inside.
You've got it on the right there, literally right
Well,
there.
I
at
have
end
the
of
random.
word.
I do have the random author note, but
And summary inside above drinking. And
You
abusive
have made
under
next to
AN.
no progress since your
you-
first story
I don't think
ever
you're looking at the right thing, buddy.
posted.
You
I
may
do
be
have
looking
random
at
author
somebody
note,
else's.
You've posted it in the chat underneath random ANs. You've got randomly abusive.
Oh, I did. Okay, I did mark that off. Okay.
Mm.
My brain was looking for like an unmarked space.
Ah.
All right. Post review. So apparently Naruto had some sort of montage inside the first chapter where he killed the three-tail beast. Just killed it. Not dispersed it, not sealed it, killed it.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Okay,
During his
buddy.
music montage.
Ah, his music was playing, so it's fine. Gotcha.
Yeah, you know. Crawling
the
in
storm
my
that is
skin.
approaching.
Crawling in my crawl. Crawl, we
Rolling
will
till I
crawl.
crawl. Crawl.
This is my last resort.
So, you know, I will say, someone said these words to me today, and I looked at them, and I was like, you know what? You have a point. Banjo funk.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That sounds
okay,
cool.
what about it?
Yeah.
No, that's literally a thing. What about it?
No, I know, that's what I'm saying. I was like, on one hand, I wanted to get angry at them, right?
Yeah.
But then I was like, no, actually, they have a point. What the fuck? Brazilian banjo funk?
What?
Hurst.
Okay, I dig this. I dig this.
Dylan Banjo funk beat. Okay.
Okay, why is this so good?
Because the TF2 fan base is unhinged.
Yep.
Yeah,
What?
true.
Okay, now I have to listen to this shit. What the fuck? I have a strong desire to play this while my D&D players are trapped in an arena.
I hate this because this is actually this has a good beat. What the actual fuck?
Why is that an official ZZZ post? Jesus fucking Christ.
Wait, what did they post now?
Fucking this.
Is it the Ratatouille thing?
No! Jesus Christ.
I can't watch anything right now.
Oh, this.
Give me the summary.
I can't say the summary.
Oh,
It's up your alley,
okay.
Stein. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way. The devs know who their demographic is.
So
Like, they
another
know
thing
what
I
they
found
want.
out recently is apparently the devs for ZZZ were like, hey, yeah, so guys, here's all the models for free. Fully rigged. Also, we
No.
included our own custom add-ons for Wiggle Bones and Jiggle Bones. Also
Wiggle
free.
bones.
No, it's like this whole fucking add-on that adds in this whole new vector of bone for Blender modeling, where it actually more accurately depicts skeletal movement.
Wiggle. Yeah.
And it's fucking wild. Someone did like a whole little fucking tutorial on it showing like how it's used and the differences between not using it and using it. It's fucking insane. It's just like the level of cocaine these ZZZ devs are on.
Yes.
Yeah.
They decided that encouraging porn artists would bring in cash. They were correct.
Oh,
True.
yes.
Yes.
Yep.
It certainly does not hurt.
Lessons.
It certainly does not hurt that the fucking ZZZ devs are producing the same level of animations that people lust after, and I don't mean in a sexual way. I mean in terms of an animation quality way. The same level of
Yes.
animations that people lust after that people had for Blizzard animations back in the day.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I've seen some of the shit. It's like, what the actual fuck are they doing?
Yeah, like you're
Okay.
just sitting there and you're like, wait, this was fucking hand animated?
They're cooking.
It's like, what the fuck? All of their trailers are hand animated, and it's wild. It's crazy.
Oh my god.
It's insane.
They're cooking, and they need to chill.
No, they need to turn the temperature up. Cook harder.
Yeah, like, they are doing shit with a Blender animation that I didn't realize was even possible with Blender. So, because I didn't realize it wasn't possible because no one fucking else does it.
That's Christ.
Blender's got a lot of
Huh.
weird shit people don't know it's capable of.
Oh, okay, well, yes, but at the same time, there's this one dude I know who does Blender animations that would release videos about what he's doing this month in Blender animation, and the devs of Blender commented on his video, I didn't know you could do that in Blender.
Yeah. I remember
Delongo?
seeing that.
That sounds right.
The people making the software were like, you did fucking what?
That's illegal.
That's impressive.
How'd
You
you do
can
it?
do that?
It's always kind of great when someone just breaks the devs. Like, hang on, how did you do that?
I mean, let's be clear. There are people who have done things with Source Film Editor that Valve was like, shit, you can do that?
Yeah. But circling back to Elizabeth and her contributions to the tech industry.
Yeah. Oh god, I mean, God, some of these are just so fucking dog shit. Like, seriously, like. Oh, I Am Monarch is apparently their sequel reboot to the I Am Captain of Goatee 13, but now I'm a Hokage of Konoha. So that's the challenge that he
So
mentioned
fucking
earlier.
Stupid.
Yeah, it's so fucking stupid. Blue-eyed Storm King. He has the 6 eyes from Limitless and Yogo, Go-Go Joe.
Jojo.
Yeah,
Buffalo?
no,
Tell me it's got gems for eyes, please.
no, the fucking story. What the fuck is that fandom even called? The Dick Eater
Bubba
fandom.
Bubba Buffalo?
With
That
Gojo
does
in it.
not narrow it down.
Oh.
The
you
the
mean...
latest JoJo fad.
Yeah, hang the fuck on. I'm thinking it's...
Fuck. What the hell?
Hang on.
I know I can look it up because we have the 2 powers in front of us right here, but I'm trying to fucking recall what the hell this even is
This
called.
one. I don't remember the name.
Yeah,
Jujutsu Kaisen?
Jujutsu Kaisen, yeah.
JJK.
Ah,
I thought
Yeah.
that was it, but then you said no, it's a JoJo thing. I'm like, what?
No, it's the next JoJo thing, because you know how everyone on the internet was fucking obsessed with JoJo, making JoJo jokes all the time.
Okay,
It's just a JoJo reference.
okay. As someone who does unironically enjoy JoJo, you just made me think that there was now a part 9 or something.
Yeah, Jujutsu
what I thought.
Kaisen is actually a secret sequel.
Oh,
Okay, hang on. I would not be surprised.
You know what? If they named him Go-Go instead of Gojo.
If they'd done that, you know what? If they'd done that, you might have had something there.
Oh god. But yeah, anyway, so my point being is that I was saying it was the next JoJo thing because everyone was fucking, masturbating furiously over JJK for a while. And everything was a JJK reference.
The only reason to go crazy over JJK is some of the fight scenes that finally got animated.
Oh, Sakuna, haven't you
Okay,
figured it out by
Phoenix?
now? Swamp of
Phoenix?
Serenity.
Put your fucking cursor
I do exactly
in the
what you
correct chat.
Stand
Stop
tall,
typing in news and
Sakuna.
controversy.
You were strong.
I see you typing in news and controversy. Stop. Cease.
Listen,
Yeah, I will remove your ability to chat
All right.
temporarily.
the best one to me was the Pinocchio one. That one was so high quality.
Pinocchio one?
That one was pretty funny too, yeah.
I've only seen the Kermit one.
Let's see, can I pull up fucking Pinocchio
The-
JJK?
The Pinocchio one was only a comic, but it was so high quality.
Now the Kermit one was pretty solid.
The Kermit one was funny as hell.
Stand tall, Sakuna. You were strong.
As he's just drowning. And my favorite part is it's the swamp of serenity.
Oh wait, this isn't the original.
What?
No, it's not the original.
But honestly, it starts off
the-
great too.
the
Is that like a gang
original is-
sign or something?
The original is from Devil Artemis, I think.
Yeah, it's gotta be Devil Artemis. I recognize the art style. Quote unquote.
Swamp of Serenity.
I appreciate that Swamp of Serenity involves breaking a banjo over someone's head and then drowning them for good measure.
Stand proud, Sukuna. You were strong. God. The fucking random animations people make and throw on YouTube are sometimes something else. Good days, good days. Anyway, yeah, so this
found
author is absolutely terrible. Well, let's see some other shit that he's written. Adventures of the Vortex Hunter. By the way, all of these stories are marked as Naruto only. Naruto is pushed aside for his father's new wife and new daughters, until one day his uncle from foreign nations shows up to take him away to become a vortex hunter. Elements and characters from Final Fantasy 15 show up.
Oh God, no!
Bashing.
Please.
No.
Naruto times his mom times Kaguya.
Uncomfy age gap?
Uncomfy age gap indeed.
I win bingo.
Fuck.
No
finally-
way.
we
Or
finally got
one
one?
big O. God damn.
Yep.
Post it. Aura.
Give me a moment. I'm waiting for.
I guess that
Upload.
means we have to ban him now.
Yep.
Ah,
Yes.
That's the prize.
Yep.
Congratulations. Your prize is you shall be allowed to escape.
Your prize is you're forever banned.
Your prize
damn.
is freedom.
Yeah, I posted it. V2 summary inside uncomfy age gap author knows
Fine.
sign
Why'd you
L.
have to give an L? Huh?
Oh yeah, the Devil
went
Artemis
first with
guy.
that.
Yeah. No, his animations are funny with fucking Perfect Cell and Kermit.
Yeah.
Yes.
He did an Ed, Edd n Eddy episode. It was something. But yeah, there it is. It's bingo.
Nah, yeah.
All Sign had to do was not take an L, and
Yeah.
Blame killing
He
I was
did it.
talking.
fate.
I was talking about this, the Mickey Mouse versus Pinocchio meme.
what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What
Billionaire
the
attempted
fuck is
fate. I blame him.
this?
What the actual fuck?
What have you shown us?
The fuck did you just post?
Kaz, what did you find?
I like that the nose is getting longer every time.
Yep.
My video is just buffering for eternity. God damn it.
Yeah, I can't do
Yeah.
anything right
Okay.
now.
Why would Geppetto's Workshop be that fucked? I know why. Don't tell me.
You know what?
No, shut up.
I would still love that as a fucking domain expansion for the cursed puppet wielders, though.
Flesh puppet?
Yeah, you know, like Mechamaru and the guy that makes stuffed toys, they're technically called their cursed puppets creation or cursed corpse.
Yeah. Hey, Sneaky, I'm sorry. We have a manlet on the server, right? Who is it?
Arn.
Where me and
Oh,
Arn are the same
Oof.
size, 5'4".
Oh, okay. I can tag you
Oof.
instead of Arn.
Yep. And
Oh,
Tojo's
wow,
also
tag
5'4".
both.
Mickey versus
Wow.
Pinocchio.
I never thought I'd ever feel
I'll
tall
give
just by being
crap.
average
I'll give-
height.
I'll give that video credit. It's decently well drawn. for the
That's
season.
actually great. Listen, if they can afford minis, then I think I'd live a happy life.
You're going to be somebody. You're going to make someone a beautiful warlord titan.
Counterpoint, Kaz. Just because they can afford the minis doesn't mean they're affording anything else.
Shit, you're right.
Plastic crack.
Also, you may be painted as you may be turned into a maid knight. No, hang on, surely you know about the maid titan.
Yeah, the Maid Titan.
I don't think they did a Titan. I think it was only a Knight.
What the fuck's a maid titan?
It's making
Well,
fun of the
Nice.
Where is it?
Maid Cafe welcome
Where the
to the
hell-
shop master thing they do in
Yeah.
Japan.
So
But
Yeah.
they dressed
Someone
up a giant Imperial Titan as a
Well,
pink frilly maid and
found it.
have
Yeah,
it blast
they
the
did
sound
too.
horn.
they did up
Ah,
the
mine's
Imperial
fucking dumb.
Knight, and they did up a Dreadnought.
Oh, what the hell?
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
To be
no
clear-
Titan, sadly. No Titan.
Yeah, sorry,
I
you're
would
right.
love
They've
to
done it
see
to an
one do
Imperial
that.
Knight. I want to be
Someone
clear.
made fan art of it.
That was say. I want to be clear. That's the shitty fan art of it. Someone made that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Mm.
It is a
Okay.
model that someone made, and I cannot find a real photo of it. Listen, I can find the Thin Your Paints Marine. I can find the Gets Hot Marine. Those are easy to find. But for some reason, the Maid Knight is difficult.
I
Damn,
found
I
the-
kind of just feel bad for Naruto in this one.
someone, I think
Konoha's
found it.
Eternal
Somebody posted it.
Flame. Naruto dies in the Valley of the End and becomes a captain of the Goatee 13,
I
but
thought
then
it was
dies
different.
again, so the Soul King sends him back to fight the Usuki.
Okay. Well,
I found someone having done it for an armature. Here is
Yeah,
their
that's what I
Reddit
found.
post about it.
Oh, hey, this is actually relevant. The Dark Imperium. Kushina is a devout
what a
chaos
fantastic
worshipper,
shade of pink.
and when her son was born, the chaos gods universally blessed him
Oh God.
with the goal of world domination. The elemental nation is not ready for the Dark Imperium led by the Chaos Undivided. Test
Oh.
chapter to gauge reader interest. Konoha will be evil, but Naruto will be worse. Damn, doesn't even have incest in it. It's just Naruto times Tsunade times Karen.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought I'd be hearing that from Sign. Damn, no incest.
Well, I mean, if you're really gonna sit here and be like, yeah, I'm the Chaos Undivided avatar of the 4 Chaos Gods champion, and I'm going to
True.
descend this planet into chaos with rape and murder, and you
Yeah, he's
don't
pretty
even
much
have
gotta fuck his
incest.
mom at that point.
Yeah, it's like, come on, like
Especially
you
since
you
he's
are
basically a
you are literally a devotee of
Yeah.
Slanesh, and so is your mom. How is incest not on the table?
Yeah, that should be the
Oh,
first thing on the table.
Fuck it, I'm leaving it up.
All right, well, Max is done with life, so I think that's a good place to end it. So we're gonna end it here,
I'm
guys.
done with everything.
All right, well, come back on Tuesday because there's always more, and it always